And welcome everybody to BP1 Sports, where we will see Evangel Lightning take on Ezekiel Academy. We're here for a quick word of prayer, and then we'll have it followed by our national anthem. And like we always have before our Ezekiel Academy football games, the prayer and the national anthem, but we're here on a perfect late fall day, getting ready to play some football. Ezekiel Academy taking on their heated rivals, the Evangel Lightning. I'm joined here with my commentary partner, Daryl. Daryl, how are we feeling tonight?
We are feeling good, and we're ready for some Ezekiel Knights football as the senior captains get ready to step out on the field. That's Corey Murphy, Peyton Patchell, and
I believe we got Elijah Ward out there.
There's Elijah Ward as well, yes. All seniors out there.
Both teams yet to take the field, but we see them both lining up on their respective ends. The Knights coming from our right, the Lightning coming from our left. The Knights in the black and red, the Evangel Lightning in the blue and white. And this game obviously has a lot of playoff implications involved. The Knights right now 4-2 on their current record. The Lightning 5-1. So the Knights would have a chance to even out their schedule. I believe they're 1-1 in conference play at the moment. I'm not entirely sure how the Lightning are sitting, but this one's going to be big for a lot of playoff contention, or definitely a state championship contention here.
Absolutely, and Knights disappointed with their loss they had the other week against Lighthouse, and that was the conference loss that they could not afford to have, knowing that they had to play a tough Evangel team who is poised right now to win out and be a shoe-in to be in the championship.
Yeah, chances are if the Knights win this game here, they will have to face the Lightning again in that state championship game, but you know, that's 4 quarters away, so the Knights are going to have to go out here and put on a good performance and try and come away with this one with a win if they hope to defend their state championship that they won so convincingly last year.
The Knights will receive
the Lightning come in here, they don't look invincible like they have in past years, but they do come in here a force to be reckoned with a 5-1 record. I believe they lost one away game to some team in Tennessee, I believe, early on this season.
I believe it was Grace Christian out of Tennessee, and the Grace Christian that they lost to is the number 1 team in 8-man football, the national number 1.
Yeah, they are a dominant team. I'm sure probably one of these two teams will see them in the national championship at the end of the year. The Lightning, of course, the defending national champions. The Knights, the defending state champions. So we will see what happens as the Lightning take the field. The Knights yet to step out there in between the hash marks. But as we get a song run up that Facebook does not generally like on the PA system here at Honenberg Field in downtown Wetumpka, Alabama. the Evangel Lightning have a substantially, I believe, a larger roster than the Knights do. Somewhere almost 50 players. The Knights right around 30. And the Knights take the field. One thing for the Knights that we've seen in the past is, especially against that loss against Freedom Cowboys, is the line of scrimmage is going to have to hold up for them to have a hope to win this football game. The defense, on a general scale, does pretty darn well, but the offense is going to have to step up and help their defense out a little bit throughout this game.
The Knights will get the ball first here, and they'll get a chance to put their potent offense on the field. The Knights have made a lot of mistakes, a lot of bad snaps, turnovers, other issues like that. And they can play in penalties. If they can play mistake-free football, I think they have a chance in this one.
Yeah, absolutely, they have a chance to win this one. I talked with Andy Patchell before the game. He was talking about, if the Knights come out here and play mistake-free football, they've got a chance to go out here and win this game by 2 touchdowns. But if they go out and they don't play their best, they have a chance to lose it by 2 touchdowns. So we'll see what team plays better mistake-free football. Knights have got their hands team out there, maybe expecting an onside kick.
Unfortunately, I think they're holding up right now because they're looking for someone to help with the chains.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of a
Austin
growing
Gay is
problem.
out there, possibly should be coaching, but he is out there holding both yard markers.
And that kick is away, and it is deep. That one going to be picked up. The Knights going to have a chance to return this one. Has a couple blocks. Gets a good block in there. Has a little bit of room to run. Tries to find some space down the middle. And the Knights will start out with good field position. Flag comes in really, really late, though.
There's a flag on the play.
Sitting right near the 25-yard line.
Kyle Sims brings the ball out to the...
Looked like a clean block to me. I was kind of looking
to me as well. I was looking for the back judge to throw a flag at anybody.
So we're going to see how they sort this out here. Possibility of ridiculously wonderful field position. And now that's going to go away now because
they say it's a block in the back. That flag came in very, very late, it seemed. But
so that's going to start the Knights backed up almost into their end zone.
I think they're going to start out with this one. We'll see where they place it down, but right around the 20. Nope, going to back them up even farther than that. And they're going to start off right near the 15-yard line.
Knights will be first and 10 from the 16.
And Peyton Leach, lone man in the backfield. Bradley Baumgartner. And it's hard to tell who the other. That field is still very dark on that side. That's Corey Murphy now slides under the backfield. High snap, able to be contained. Peyton Leach going to take it himself. And is able to turn 2 yards out of what could have been a disastrous start for the Knights.
Snap almost went all the way over his head.
Ball carrier for a gain of 2 yards. Be second and 8.
And the Knights need to minimize those mistakes if they're going to have a chance in this one. Good recovery by the senior Peyton Leach.
Yeah, did a good job bringing that ball down. Then he got almost 3 yards. Bradley Baumgartner and I believe that's probably going to be Matty Spackman line up to his right. Corey Murphy in the backfield. Going to get the handoff. Tries to find some space, but nowhere to go.
Linebacker was waiting for him there, and there's going to be no gain. It's going to be a 2-yard loss on the play.
And that was one thing we talked about right at the beginning was that offensive line is going to have to hold up. Give Leach time to throw and is going to have to open some running lanes for the Knights. I talked with team doctor Andy Patchell a little bit at the beginning of this game, and we saw a lot of Miles Richardson running the ball last week against Success. He had a handful of touchdowns in that game, but I believe after the game he had a bit of a bad shoulder. Didn't feel it during the game, but I imagine he will be pretty limited running the ball in this game. Bradley Baumgartner, the man in motion. Snap does come. Time to throw. Leach goes deep down the field. What a separation for Spackman. He's got a catch and a first down. Great job by Matty Spackman.
It's going to be a net gain of about 46 yards on that one, and the Knights take possession at the 40 of the Evangel Lightning.
And that was a great ball from Peyton Leach there. Looked like a seasoned quarterback throwing that one deep. This time Brennan Tormey lined up on the left. Baumgartner, the man in motion. Snap comes. Leach looking to throw. Goes over the middle. Has Brennan Tormey, but not enough separation there. And that ball overthrown.
Pass incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Well, one good thing for the Knights is they are giving Leach time to set up and throw that ball deep. That's going to be a positive for them, but they're also going to have to get their ground game going as well if they're going to have a hope in this one.
Absolutely. Clock stops with 10 minutes and 14 seconds left. Knights with good field position now after the long play.
Spackman and Baumgartner line up to the right. Shotgun formation. Leach and Murphy in the backfield. Baumgartner, the man in motion. Snap comes. Handoff goes nowhere initially, and that's going to be dragged down for a loss of about 2 on the play.
Number 7.
It's going to be 3rd and 12. Good penetration by the Evangel line. They just walked right through our offensive line. So it's going to be 3rd down and very long for the Knights.
Yeah, for the Knights, I feel like this is probably 4-down territory right off the bat, especially if you get a handful here. But it seems like the offensive line is holding up long enough for Leach to find a man downfield and maybe throw the ball, but they're just not getting enough of a push or opening up any holes for Corey Murphy to run through early on in this game. 3rd down and 12, snap. Time to throw. Leach rolls out to the right, has room in front of him to run. He's going to take it as the first down and more, and bounced out of bounds, but not after he gets enough for an Ezekiel Knight's first down. A good pair of 3rd down plays has the Knights marching down the field now inside of the 30.
Clock still runs as he was forced out of bounds after about a 16-yard gain.
Good job by Peyton Leach there. Wanted to go deep with it, but did a good job recognizing where the pressure came from off that left-hand side. And with your two guys, especially in Spackman and Baumgartner, hitting go routes, you had a lot of space to run off that right edge. Knights now trying to work, looking to get inside the red zone. Time to throw, and now we're going to be dumped outside, but it looks like Matty Spackman was on the ground by the time that ball got there. I'm not entirely sure what happened early on.
Almost looked like he slipped. And
yeah, he looked like he's in a little bit of pain.
Off the field now.
That's
yes, he did. He slid down. He just lost his footing over there on the sideline. This field has been truncated. The 10 yards been cut off at either end of it so that they can have the narrower 8-man field. It's still a 100-yard field.
I believe it's 43 yards rather than 50 wide. Snap this time. This is going to be a dump screen outside. Murphy has it. He just gets pushed out just before the end zone.
Very generous spot on that one, and he gets down to about the 6-yard line. Just Corey Murphy making an absolutely athletic play to get both hands on that one. That was outstanding.
We saw that a little bit last week, a little bit of pre-snap movement by the running back, sliding him outside and creating a little bit of space for him. That time he turns a little bit of space into a big gain, has the Knights now knocking on the front door of the end zone.
Knights
looking to take control early. Snap, and it's a handoff up the middle.
Ooh, what a hit in the middle of that.
Not an easy man to stop is Corey Murphy, especially when he's running downhill, but the Lightning have done a good job of stopping him early so far.
He's going to lose about 2 on that play as the linebacker was waiting for him in the hole.
Yeah, again, just not much of a push coming from the Knights' offensive line. They've been able to kind of stand up the Lightning on the line of scrimmage, but just not really able to get a push or open up any holes for their big running back.
And they're definitely not fooling anybody when they get in the run formation. They run it.
Yeah, they found a good bit of success through the air on this game. A dump pass to Corey Murphy. This time they're going to go 3 wide. Baumgartner, the man in motion. Snap comes. Leach looks across the middle. Touchdown! Ezekiel marched the length of the field and found the end zone.
That's an outstanding catch, senior to senior there. No, that's not correct. Tony is a junior.
He's a junior, but he looks like a senior. He could pass.
He could be the tallest man on the field any given day. It's 6'5", and he catches that one over the middle. The motion gave us the concept that it was going to be man coverage on the outside, and he just hit the biggest man.
Yeah, when you go for that, when you're kind of throwing a 50-50 ball, try and find your guy that's over 6 foot tall, and Brendan Tormey. This extra point is up, and it is good. The Knights take a 7-0 lead after an excellent drive, starting on their own 15-yard line. Drove it all the way down the field and found the end zone. Great drive for the Knights starting out in this game.
Knights able to execute on 3rd down and do excellent work on 3rd down as that saved the drive more than once.
Well, and for the Knights offense, kind of from their perspective, you really want to minimize mistakes. And that time, at least on that drive, they didn't really make any kind of dangerous play attempts, didn't throw any balls into dangerous spots, nothing like that. But put together a great drive and now put the pressure on the Lightning to see what they can do from their offensive side of the ball.
That drive started on the Knights' 18-yard line, and they took it all the way down the field, 82 yards to score on that one, and they did eat clock on that as well.
Yeah, the Knights' game plan, I figured would be kind of pound the ball on the ground a little bit, but they've done a good job adjusting, finding a lot of their success through the air. The biggest run came from a scramble from Hayden Leach after getting pressure off that left side, but the Knights pieced together a fantastic early drive, and we'll see what their defense can do now. This ball
squib it down the middle.
And it's going to be
that is excellent for a kick. And that's going to be out of bounds. They picked it up out of bounds. So, and they did not throw the flag, so he picked it up.
Picked it up before it went out.
Before it went out of play, and then stepped out of bounds.
In fairness, it is so hard to see that line.
Yes, in fairness, it is very hard.
I definitely can't see it from up here, and I'm sure the players have a hard time seeing it as well. They're going to start that one right on the 5-yard line, I believe. But that is you see that white line, and you kind of expect that to be kind of your no-go zone, but that's a tough one to see. And now the Evangel Lightning in deep in their own territory. Knights defense, I imagine, going to pin their ears back and come for this. And they go 4 wide. Whenever you go 4 wide, you expect sometimes to see a quarterback run. Snap comes quickly. It is a quarterback run.
That should have been blocking the back.
Yeah, they should have been blocking the back. In the backfield there.
Ran out of bounds as well. They're having big trouble seeing where that marker is out of bounds. And
that's going to be one of the things with this narrower field, 2nd down and 4 upcoming. They're going to struggle to find space off the edge because whenever you have speed guys that like to go outside, they're going to have a little bit of a tough time with that with this narrower field.
Ineligible receiver. They have multiple quarterbacks in this offense, so all of these guys can
throw. Looks to throw, goes over the middle, and that's a great catch. And it's going to be a foot race to the end zone, and it's going to be won by Evangel. Well, a quick 2-strike drive has them moved the ball 95 yards and a touchdown. Both of these offenses start off early.
There is a flag on the play.
But there is a flag on the play. I wonder if it could have been an ineligible receiver maybe, and they are going to back it up.
They're going to back this up. Yes, they are.
Didn't see the official's call, but we're going to look for the white hat and see what he says.
Well, actually, I was thinking that it was probably going to be an illegal formation. So you have to have 5 men on the line of scrimmage when you snap the ball, and if you have 2 or 3 guys that are on the edge and neither one of them is on the line of scrimmage, first of all, some of them are ineligible receivers, and the second thing is that they are lined up illegally and they should blow it dead at the snap.
And that's one thing that you work on all week if you're Evangel. Because they do have a very, I wouldn't say sophisticated offense, but they do run a lot of different looks. And you got to drill that into, if you're going to run different formations like that are so advanced, you've got to drill that one in quickly.
But that was an absolutely beautiful play, and just know that there are multiple guys out there that can throw the football.
And that was on a 2nd down, so it should be 2nd down and 9 now, which it is. Man in motion. They go a little more simple this time. Snap comes. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Looks like it could have been a block on the back again, but a good way of finding the hole there. And that's going to have them moving up with a first down. That throw is a warning to the Knights, though. They can throw the ball down the field just as well as each other can. So the Knights going to have to be wary of that speed downfield for Evangel.
Clock is running. 6 minutes and 40 seconds now left in the first quarter. And a great display of offense by both teams so far.
For the Knights, we'll see what that defense can do. They've got a lot of good guys who can run at the quarterback, but they allow
nice play.
That's
kind of an inside trap play.
Number 22, Tyler
and that's good for about 9 yards on that 2nd and 1. 2nd is very short.
And now with that 2nd and short, you can open up the playbook if you want to. We'll see what they decide, if they're going to air it out or if they just want to err on the side of caution. and just try and pick up this first down. But the running game working for Evangel early. The Knights were not able to get their ground game going to quite this success, but Evangel come out with a lot of different looks early on, maybe trying to confuse the Knights defense a little bit and keep them off balance. Snap comes, handoff, this time nowhere. A loss on that one.
Both Peytons converged on the quarterback. No, that was
Number
Torme.
42, the ball carrier, Tyler Wilson.
Yeah, we do see
Peyton and Torme there at the
12, Torme. The play loses 2 yards.
at the ball carrier.
And I believe we do see a lack of Miles Richardson. I don't see him down there on the field at the moment. Well, actually, I think he is lined up on that right side now. So we'll see how healthy he is. He's been a big key to this Knights defense early on this season. And if they were to lose him
Timeout on the field.
after last week's game, that would be a big loss. But
Actually, he has not been on the field either of these few downs. That was Corey Murphy out there on the field that's lined up on the right side of the formation. And it is a possibility that Miles Richardson could be, mildly injured. So we're just hoping that things go well for him and that he gets a chance to get in there and get some, like I know he wants to do.
And while we have this moment, we're going to take a look at one of our sponsors. We have Zap Pest Control, your hometown company serving your needs in the river region for termite and pest control. ZapPestControl.com or call them at 334-244-7778. Go by there this afternoon while coming to the football game. You'll see them up there on the right-hand side.
You can't miss them because they're everywhere.
They are absolutely
They're just like
everywhere.
the bugs. They just they're everywhere.
Hey, if you got bugs everywhere, you need bug control everywhere.
You need bug control everywhere.
3rd down and 4 now coming.
Crucial down and distance for the Knights defense.
Yeah, Knights able to get it done on their offense twice on 3rd down. We'll see if Evangel Lightning can match that. Snap comes, handoff up the middle, and there's a great penetration that time. That play goes
Absolutely
nowhere.
Isaiah Zorn.
Isaiah Zorn combined there.
Miles Richardson was in on that one. He took up so much space on the inside. It's going to be 4th down, and I believe this is 4-down territory for.
We'll see what they
It looks
decide
like
to
they
do.
got
They
some.
might
They're changing out some personnel here. They may be.
looking to kick this one away, but you might also want to look for a fake or a little bit of hocus pocus. They are going to go for it. Might try and draw the Knights offside. Nope, that's going to be go for a Wildcat other way. And no good. The Knights get the stop. They're going to be short. 4 out.
Plays in a row. Isaiah Zorn.
Isaiah Zorn kind of been the forgotten man this season a little bit. Haven't got as many
That's going to be
touches.
very, very close. They gave him a very generous spot on that. And it looks like they're going to measure.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't get there, but that's
Looks like he didn't get as far as that football.
That spot looks very nice, and we'll see what the officials say. They are going to measure. Only needed about 2 feet. It didn't look like from our perspective he got it, but where they placed the football down,
I don't think
We'll see
he's
what
got
the
it there.
measure
I
says.
believe that the yard marker is going to come down to about where the referee is standing.
get that camera on there nice and tight, so we'll get a good look at this. And it looks short. That's so close. It looks short from our camera, but
They are short.
we'll see what they say.
First
And
down.
it's nice football. And that was a big stop by Ezekiel Knights. That was about as tight of a measurement as we've ever seen. I think we've seen some guys in the NFL pull out some cards and try and slide a card in
Absolutely,
there
yeah.
once or twice, but no need for it there. Knights take over and they lead 7-0. And after that 4 and out, they start out with great field position. Starting
A
on
good
the
defensive stand for the Knights, and their offense has been potent.
very potent, especially on 3rd down. Got out of a couple big holes on 3rd down last drive. Gonna see what they dial up this time. Man in motion. Snap comes. Leach has time to throw. Looks at the end zone. Touchdown! Nice! Matty Spackman, the man, he has the touchdown. And Ezekiel rolling. Well, that's how you strike. Whenever you get one fortuitous possession,
You take a shot
you
downfield.
take a shot every single time. And
Yes, sir.
They took the shot there. Matty Spackman with 2 big catches, one on third down in the last drive, and has himself a touchdown here. A great ball across the middle from Peyton Leach, and now going to try and make it 14 with this extra point. Snap is good, and it blocked.
And blocked. So
extra point is no good, but the Knights lead this game 13-0 with 4.5 minutes to go here.
Knights making a statement early with 2 drives down the field and 1 defensive stand.
We'll take a look at that touchdown on the replay real quick. A great strike across the middle. Throws that one on a dime to Matty Spackman. And Peyton Leach early on in this game has looked incredibly good. A couple of good balls down the field, and that has the Knights in great position early here in this big rivalry game. And I think I overheard someone say down on the field before the game, I want to say the Knights needed to win this game by 12 points to host the state championship game.
Yes, sir. And not only that, they actually had never, ever beaten the Evangel Lightning until last year. And then, so this would be 2 years in a row against their arch nemesis.
Yeah, and we don't want to count our chickens before
at about the 10-yard line and dives on it.
Yeah, 3 players on him quickly there. It looked like Wesley Spear, Elijah Ward were there very quickly. And Melvin Spells was also right in the face of the Evangel players. So Knights
just kind of looks at it and just can't catch it. There are no lights to be in his eyes looking in this direction. So that was just a mistake that Evangel could not afford. Down 13-0 early in this one.
Even after the muff, they don't start off with the worst field position. They start off on the 19. And we did see them have a quick strike play in that first drive that did get called back after a legal formation. But for the Knights, you can't really start the way off now. You've got to keep the pressure up after getting that early stop. Snap comes. Quarterback looking to throw. Goes deep, and he has a man wide open. And it's dropped. That should be 6 all day.
That should have been 6.
And a good bit of sportsmanship by Peyton Leach saying, head up. But, man, that could have hurt the Knights right there.
He did have to wait for that ball.
He did. It hung up there just a little bit too long. Even if he did come down with that, he might not have had enough separation for a touchdown. But the Knights get away with 2 early on.
Absolutely. So we know now, we can see that they are going deep.
Yeah,
they're a quick strike offense that's going to pass.
Talking with Coach Hunter, and again, Team Dr. Andy Patchell, who seems to have all the info. Quarterback rolling out to the left-hand side.
Another very long pass. This was over his head.
This time the opposite problem. Last one was underthrown. This one was overthrown. But talking with some of the guys on the field before the game, they talked about the passing game of Evangel Lightning. That's been their go-to this year. Usually with 8-man football, you see some power running, especially with some of these better teams. But so far, the Lightning have been really spreading out the play, but now it has them in a bit of a hole on the 2 incomplete passes. 3rd down and 10. Knights trying to put up a crucial stop. You imagine if they get any yardage out of this, the Lightning might go for it, but that's going to be a judgment call, I think, on the field. Shotgun formation. Snap comes. Quarterback looking to throw. Has time. Pressure does eventually come up. And this time he doesn't have open again.
That was absolutely beautiful.
That one a little bit bobbled, but they did come down with the football eventually. That was that same play we saw on 1st down. Just a go route on this near side, and at this time it does pay off.
It's about 38 or 39 yards on that pass, and it was just a miracle that he caught it. It was absolutely wonderful.
And for the Knights, they're going to want to start putting a safety a little bit deeper probably on that side now, but quarterback looking to throw again. This one stung to the outside, and it looked like it hit off the back of one of the Knights players.
Elijah Ward had moved up.
Around. That was an interception. It looked like someone maybe was a little confused on the route because it looked like a little stop-and-go route on the left-hand side, but the quarterback just thought he was going to stop.
3 minutes and 43 seconds left in this quarter. Lightning driving on the end of a 40-yard bomb.
Yeah, both teams' offenses have shown that they can strike early and strike from a long range. Quarterback looking to throw. Pressure does come. Brennan Tolling, the man in the backfield, but it was a screen pass. But again, a little bit overthrown.
Just enough pressure to get the quarterback to overthrow a little bit. He never set his feet. If he calms down and throws that ball easy, that's 6 points. No one was in the area for the Knights.
On that screen pass, you rather than kind of throwing it up, you kind of want to get it down a little bit. Like you said, not able to set his feet and throw down on him. Because you got a guy who's about 6'3" standing in your face.
Absolutely. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. The best plays come on 3rd and 10 this game.
As it turns out, and this time pressure comes around the edge. Screen pass again. And that one looks like it's going to be close to the first down.
That's going to be
and
right on the first down.
It looks like they're going to move him up.
Very close for that one, but they give him the first down. Good offensive play as they have been using the screen game now. Yeah, after threatening the Knights deep so many times, they've been using the screen game to try to get some underneath, and they've been very successful with it so far.
Yeah, that was a good job. Like you said, mixing up the play call a little bit. Go deep or throw a screen. Now it's kind of the Knights' head. Not really entirely sure which one they're going to do as we get down to about 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Snap comes, handoff. This one goes nowhere. Now going to be no gain. He got right back to maybe just past the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9 upcoming.
Picks up 1 yard, be 2nd and 9.
But the run game worked early for Evangel, and they kind of been going away from it a little bit, just going most of these plays through the air. I think it's been 5 or 6 plays in the air and only 1 on the ground.
The Knights' defense is actually getting the idea that not to get sealed on one side or the other, and it's the nose tackle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key on that play. And if that nose tackle gets penetration or he gets that center moving, they're going to blow up that run play. And that pass is a screen to the inside.
Almost able to stand his feet. And it's going to be down right inside the 9. Good job keeping his feet under him after that attempted tackle. But this time the Lightning go 4 wide. And it pays off with another first down. This time first down and goal.
About the 9-yard line.
Lightning looking to put their first points on the board here as we get down to about 2:17 to go here in this first quarter of play, trying to knock that 0 off the board before we can go to the second quarter. 3 stacked to the right, quarterback lone man in the backfield. You might say quarterback run out to the left-hand side.
And that's what it is. When he throws it, almost intercepted.
He was kind of caught in 2 minds there. Thought about running, but maybe had a man, but he threw that one right to a player in red and black. Good thing it was a rocket.
Peyton Leach is still looking for that ball to get in his arms. I know he wishes he had that one to do again.
It was a good thing from the quarterback's perspective. That was a bit of a rocket, or else that was a easy interception in scoring territory. 4 wide again, and with 8-man football, you've got no one to really protect the box now. Again, could be a quarterback draw. And it's a little flick handoff, and he's able to get away. Tries to hurdle, man. Gets inside the 5. Going to be down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal now upcoming. We saw last year when we played Evangel a handful of goal line stands from the Knights defense. We'll see if they can come up with another one.
They also made several goal line stands against Lighthouse.
Yep.
Several. They made stop after stop after stop. So the Knights call on their defense again with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to keep Evangel Lightning out of the end zone.
Looks like they've gone with a bit more of a power formation. Usually the Knights would feel pretty comfortable with this, but Evangel have had their way on the running game so far. Handoff inside goes nowhere. I might actually lost a yard on the play, and now it's going to be 4th down and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that these Evangel Lightning are going to go for this.
Have to go for it, down 13-0.
4th and goal at about the 6-yard line.
Knights looking to come up with a big timeout call. That's going to be their 2nd timeout of this first quarter. And while we have a timeout break, we might go to a quick ad real quick. We've got Stone Martin Builders building neighborhoods that will last for generations, providing a team of professionals whose goal is to exceed the home buyers' expectations, guiding you from start to finish. New communities being built now throughout central Alabama and the Montgomery area. You've got Stone Martin Builders. And this Evangel defense trying to be a stone wall on the goal line, trying to keep that 0 up on the board for Evangel.
A minute left in this first quarter. Knights pull out to an early lead, but Evangel Lightning driving it all the way down the field.
You can never count them out of any football game. Even last year, whenever the Knights went out there and put up 40-plus early on, the Lightning nearly came back and won that one either way. 4th down and goal. Pressure comes from the outside. It's going to be a pass to the corner.
Outstanding.
And that time, pressure came from Corey Murphy, an absolute rocket out of the blocks, and forced an incomplete pass. Knights take over yet again after making a stand on 4th down.
That is twice in this game that they've turned over on downs, and that Knights defense has bent but not broken.
They got about
55 seconds left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Quarterback keeper trying to
middle.
get out of the end zone a little bit. Has a few yards on that play. Probably did what they were looking to do, just get out of the shadow of their own goal line.
Out of about the 9-yard line. He gets about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. Peyton Leach just keeps it on that one. And season opening down the middle and runs for a few yards.
For the Knights offense and the Evangel defense, this drive becomes incredibly important.
Absolutely.
A chance to go up by 3 scores for the Knights early on in this game. And the Evangel defense is going to have to do something. Nobody covering Brendan Tormey. Now they slide over after seeing the big man alone. This time going to go deep. Go Tormey's way. And it's a little bit overthrown.
Number 5, Peyton Leach's pass.
Yeah, that pass probably looked a little bit easier when no one was covering him.
Absolutely.
The Knights don't want to go 3 and out early here, though. I'll tell you that.
There's still 12 seconds left in this quarter.
And that incomplete pass clock will stop. I do have to say it is a absolutely perfect night for football.
It is. The weather is nice. It's not too cold. It's not too warm.
It was a little warm until that sun went down, I would say.
Absolutely.
Knights on an important 3rd down here. Want to get out of the shadow of their own goal. Snap comes.
Blitz coming.
Leach looking to throw. Has to step up. And he gets his one away.
It's going
to be a first down. Murphy dragging them down the field. Eventually chopped down. But then after getting more than enough for a Knights first down, this first quarter comes to a close. Knights lead 13-0. Well, I have no idea how Peyton Leach got that ball off. We'll watch on the replay. Looks like he was down for a loss,
in the
but
grass.
just flicks that one off. His running back was in the perfect spot to pick that one up. And Murphy dragging a couple of Evangel players until he's eventually cut down at the knees. But
21 yards on that scamper, though. That was actually that was a big play for the Knights.
Like you said, this game is being played on 3rd down.
Absolutely, and it looks like the Knights are winning the battle on 3rd down. 3rd down conversion after 3rd down conversion, major plays that are keeping the Knights ahead in this game.
And while we go to our second quarter, we'll take a quick look at another sponsor, Gray's Tire, offering service for over 20 years. Family run with friendly full service and a range of car needs. With 6 locations from Prattville, Montgomery, Auburn, Wetumpka, and now Tallahassee, there is a Gray's Tire near you. I had to visit them the other day. I had to get some trailer repairs done.
I have a vehicle at their Wetumpka location right now.
I'll tell you,
getting service because they do all of my automobile work.
Yep, I've tried a few different places, but they are pretty much been the only ones I trust.
1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 30-yard line after the big 3rd down play.
Bradley Baumgartner getting this handoff. Has a little bit of a delay. Going to bounce to the outside. Has a lot of speed around the edge, but not quite quick enough. That ball came down, but they're going to say the ground caused the fumble. It looked like he had to slow up a little bit because that snap was a little bit late getting back there. Maybe he didn't quite hit the ball with full range of speed.
It's going to be 2nd down now and 10. No gain on the play.
Knights set up with a 2nd down and 10. This time 2 wide to the right. Baumgartner and Spackman both. Brendan Tormey line to the left. Shotgun snap comes. Leach has time to throw. Goes Brendan Tormey's way, but kind of in between Tormey and Spackman and well overthrown.
It's like he broke off the route, and Leach was expecting him to run a post, and he ran. Rather, he was expecting him to run a fly route, and he ran a post.
Yeah, you have that go route to the big man, but like you said, he ran down a little bit more inside. But that's a good play from Leach, not trying to force that ball. If you overthrow him, there's no real worry for either party involved.
So another big third down for the Knights.
Yeah, if the Knights are able to get anything out of this third down, I imagine it's go territory on fourth. Third down and 10. Murphy in the backfield with Leach. Now steps outside. Going to go his way. He's got it. A little bit of space bounces away. Rolls over, man. And the ground. A flag flies in. It might be a face mask in there somewhere. We'll see what the call is, but Corey Murphy forced to be reckoned with, running over a handful of players there.
But he did get separated from the ball
and
there.
A block in the back.
A block in the back on top of that. It was called downfield, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, which is going to make it third and about 15. It's going to be the longest third down that they've had to overcome this game.
Usually you don't see that play called downfield like that. We'll see if we can see it on the replay, though. We'll look at that replay.
I did see that the defender from Evangel put his helmet on the ball and dislodged it, and one of the Knights had to recover that one.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been one, but it was kind of during the tackle, so that's a hard one to call. But either way, Knights set up third down and long now. Leach throws across, has Brendan Tormey, no man home, has the first down. It's going to be a race down the sideline. The big man, Brendan Tormey, is going to run it. Touchdown, Ezekiel Knights, throw flags on the field, and the Knights rolling now lead 19-0. Brendan Tormey, the big man, getting it done.
75 yards on that pitch and catch.
And again, they had nobody lined up. We saw that earlier in the game, and they were able to adjust, but this time they did not adjust, and Brendan Tormey takes it all the way to the house. On third down and 15, you got to cover everybody.
Absolutely, and don't pretend like someone on the opposite team can't catch.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he was wide open, and he's been wide open on several plays. He actually caught the touchdown on the other end of the field. And I think they're just simply discarding him, saying, let him run. And
extra point is good, and the Knights lead 19-0. If you talk about improved players, Brendan Tormey is right up there as one of the best improved players.
He's a physical specimen, 6'5", almost 200 pounds. You would think that would be basketball playing, but he will put his shoulder pads on you.
Yeah, we'll watch that on the replay real quick, but usually he's a red zone threat, but here proving he's got the speed. On that third down and 15, Leach steps back, has time to throw, and slings out into a wide open Brendan Tormey, a gift from Evangel, and then throws a bit of a Derrick Henry stiff arm there to win the race to the end zone. And the Knights in Joyland right now, leading this one 20-0.
It is hard enough to tackle a guy that big when you're standing in front of him. When you're running behind him and trying to catch him, it's really tough.
It doesn't happen very often.
Absolutely.
Number 15,
that Brendan Tormey in warm-ups was, I remember standing down there, and you don't really get a sense for how fast he's gotten. I was standing down there while they were throwing a couple of deep balls, and one was well overthrown to him, but he was able to catch up to it because he's gotten so much quicker nowadays. So he's turned into a legitimate threat for this Knights team and puts an extra 6 on the board for him. Squib kick comes, that one touched, and eventually down right near the 40-yard line. Let me go right about the 42.
Number 3, Harris Black makes the recovery. Ball will be placed at the Evangel.
And that one bounced off the hands of a Lightning player. Opportunity possibly for Ezekiel to do something with it.
Yeah, sometimes whenever you just kick that ball incredibly hard at someone, that's sometimes your best option. Just kick it hard at him. If you don't expect him to catch it, go up there and try and win it. But Evangel did win it. First down on the other side of the 50.
Great field position, though, at the 44-yard line. Miles Richardson is in on the defensive line here, and he's coming after the quarterback.
Richardson going to get home. Big sack by the big at number 1.
He's a very hard man to stop. He's really hard when he gets up ahead of speed, and he's about as fast as anyone else on the team.
Yeah.
4-yard loss on the play.
He's building kind of the modern linebacker role now where you focus a little bit less on size and more on speed, but he's got both in abundance and sets this Lightning team up now on the back foot. 2nd down and 15, already down 20-0. Got to make something happen on this drive. Snap comes, has time to throw.
Nice throw out there, but too long.
Incomplete.
Has a man open, but not a lot of room out there as Elijah Ward on the coverage.
Yeah, Elijah Ward has really grown into his role as a DB. He's played a couple of games this year where you start watching him and he doesn't really let much get over the top of him. He's a little bit shorter in stature, but physical. I know last week against Success he had a couple of good hits that got the crowd going in that game, and I imagine they'll target him, Leach, and Matty Spackman's also stepping into DB, so I imagine they'll have their work cut out for him for the rest of this game.
3rd down and about 14.
Snap comes, pressure tries to get home. Only
Gets plenty of time, gets a good throw.
Up, and it's caught. First down.
That has to be some kind of pass interference there. It looks like he grabbed him and moved him, and you're really not supposed to be able to do that.
Well, I don't know. Knight's really unlucky on that one. A little bit of hand fighting between the both of them, but we'll watch that one again on the replay. A well-thrown ball, had plenty of time to throw it. Hard to see from that
outside
angle.
the pocket.
Yeah, that was maybe a little bit of a tough break going against the Knights there, but a well-thrown ball, and now Evangel with a 1st down and 10. Well,
lots
in
of
Knights
contact,
territory.
but maybe incidental on that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hard one to call, especially when you get that kind of inside hand fighting. It's really hard to see. Pressure, and it's a little bit of a reverse. Going to go around the edge. Has a blocker down
holding out there,
and it's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. They make it all the way down.
With a little bit of hocus pocus. Actually, they caught him short.
Christian Chapman, the ball carrier.
I saw one man with his arms up and another at the 1-yard line,
waving his hands.
So we are not sure what's going on here. He's saying 1st down, but not touchdown.
So 1st down and 10, and where the down marker is, less than 6 inches to go.
Clock is running. Best chance for the Lightning all day, and they get big down there and try to run it in, and
it's going to be
that's a very successful play there with all that deep.
Yeah, a good 2 plays has the Evangel Lightning all the way down the field. Start off with really good field position, and then one deep ball and a little bit of hocus pocus has them in with a 1st down. And the Knights as well, I think, thought that was a 2-point conversion. But now the 2-point conversion
Now the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, we saw Peyton Leach stepping off the field like he thought that was the 2-point conversion. But this 2-point conversion actually going to be harder than that touchdown, as that one was on about the 6-inch line. We'll see what they draw up. Shotgun formation, stacking really tight here. Imagine we'll probably see a run. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper right in the middle.
Fumbles.
And that's a fumble. The ball's on the ground. We'll see who comes up with it, and they call it good. 2-point conversion is good. Looks like one of the Evangel players able to pick up that loose ball. And this game now a little bit tighter, 8-20. Knights going to get the ball back here in a moment.
2 very, very good plays on offense. Very fortunate for the Evangel Lightning.
Yeah, we'll watch that hocus pocus here on the replay. We see the handoff. Oh, that was actually the 2-point conversion. Saw a little triple option there, trying to draw some eyes of Ezekiel players. Hard to see who came up with that one. Both of these end zones a little bit dark, but either way, Evangel right back into this one.
Knights are going to line up to receive this kick with 8 minutes and 13 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
A couple of the hands guys up a little bit shorter. You got Matty Spackman out there. I think Bradley Bumgarner also up right in the middle of the pile. I believe we have Jakyle Sims, the man deep. Had a good return early on in this game on the opening kickoff. And it will be squibbed. Bradley Bumgarner hits it right in the face mask, and he falls on a whistle blow it dead, though. I'm not entirely sure what the call was.
they were not set and ready for play. Well, one is saying offsides, but he picks up his flag. I'm not sure what they're going to do with this. And they're going to back this up a little bit. So
they did call for offsides.
They did call for offsides.
And the offsides rule, obviously, on kickoffs is if you're in front of the kicker whenever they kick the ball, that's
you are offsides. Yes. So they back it up 5 yards when they kick it from the 35 now.
That was the bounce that you want, though. You want that ball to nearly get into the hands of an Ezekiel player and then skip up, and that's exactly what it did. But
it did hit Bradley in the helmet.
Right in the helmet. So
we
we'll
will
see where they go
about
this
that
time.
later.
Absolutely.
Definitely. We're picking on him about that.
And this
there's another one, kicks it up high.
Matty Spackling in a recovery and has space to run.
Man.
And has this one up inside now into Evangel territory. Gets just about the other side of the 50. Flags come in really, really late. That flag came in after the play was already over, it looked like. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Knights. I'm not entirely sure what it was.
No, they're pointing in the other direction. I'm not sure how we're doing this.
Unless they call it offsetting penalties. But that ball was originally marked down right at the 50, so we'll get a feel of where the ball goes. We'll see who actually did commit the penalty.
So they are walking it off against Ezekiel.
Very confused.
I think Corey Murphy was in the area back there, but I didn't see him do anything.
I didn't either.
Egregious.
Not exactly known for their unsportsmanlike conduct. And they backed this one up 15, so it was a personal foul. Just not entirely sure what the call was, though. Knights with the ball. First down and 10. Snap comes. Handoff. Had a little bit of room to run for a moment, but that ball closed quickly. And a loss on that one. The Knights ground game just not getting going. Second down and 15 now upcoming.
Again, center. The center is the key in that inside handoff. And if you can't stop your guy or force him to one side or the other, that is going to happen on every single play. Center is one of the hardest positions, though, to block on the offensive line.
Yep, you got to get the snap count right.
You have to get the snap count right. If you're concentrating on that, somebody's teeing off on you just about every time. This time it was the linebacker that was in the backfield before he even knew it.
Snap comes this time, fakes the handoff, goes deep. Brendan Turley's way, has the catch, first down. Racing down the sideline, and he gets dragged down just inside the 10 at the 6. But Brendan Turley and Peyton Leach connecting big there, having the Knights rolling again. A great 50-50 ball. When you got a guy who's 6'3", going to go up there and get it. We'll watch that one again on the replay. A very well thrown ball. Peyton Leach had plenty of time to unload that one after the play action. And Brendan Tormey just goes up and gets it. Great play by the big number 12. Has the Knights inside the 10 to right about, looks like the 7-yard line now. First down and goal to go for the Knights.
By my count, that was about a 62-yard pass play.
Knights trying to capitalize. Handoff goes nowhere
again,
up the middle.
Same thing. 3 or 4 Evangel players already in the backfield waiting for the run.
Yeah, and Murphy even got a little bit of a push there. Got it back up to about the 10. But Knights run game, a little bit of a struggle at the moment. We'll see what they do to kind of correct that. We've seen a couple sling passes getting Murphy into space on the outside and letting him do stuff with his feet, but right now the run up the middle just has not been as successful as it has been in previous weeks.
So it's going to be second down and goal for the Knights with about 6 minutes left. It'll probably be well under 6 when they snap this ball until halftime.
Yeah, the Knights looking to capitalize here on this now good field position. Evangel trying to make a stand. We'll see what the Knights draw up. Spackman and Baumgartner. Baumgartner the man in motion. Brandon Tormey lined up on the left side as well. Pressure comes. Leach steps up the middle and nearly able to get away from that one, but gets tripped up by his shoelaces. It's going to be a third down and goal from about the 5 now.
Play picks up about 3 yards. It'll be third and goal.
He just could not get away. Good play by the linebacker for Evangel.
Yeah, able to
stayed at home.
Get a little bit of a shoelace there and trip him up, but Leach did a good job stepping up on the inside and nearly busted that one big. 4-down territory you imagine from the Knights, but maybe going to have to switch up the game plan. Instead of running it downhill on the inside the 10, you might have to go to the air here, which I know the Knights probably don't want to do, but so far the Evangel defense has stuffed the run very well. Snap throw comes to the far side of the end zone, and that's going to be
and that happens in the end zone, so I believe the ball is probably going to, well, it's going to be half the distance to the goal line.
And that's going to be an automatic first down as well for Ezekiel. Perfect, exactly what they wanted.
Referees are discussing it.
Where it should be placed. I believe in the NFL now, I believe that one's placed on the 2-yard line. But
well, actually, they're going to be half the distance to the goal line.
It should be half the distance to the goal.
And I believe they should give them a first down. I think that's what they're discussing now, is whether that is a first down or not.
Which it should be, I believe. But once it's inside the goal to go, because in college and NFL, obviously that's an automatic first down, but in high school football, it is not. I'm just wondering how they're going to interpret this.
But again, that rule does not apply. It's half the distance to the goal line, and they're going to replay the down at third down, I believe.
That looks like that will be the calling. I'm not entirely sure of the official rule, to be honest.
I believe it. I believe I'm
believe
correct.
That is the rule. Still discussing it a little bit. And this one's going to be set up right about the 4 now.
It's going to be third down and goal at it's right on the 5-yard line.
It should be a little.
It should be a little bit closer there, but
and they are saying it's a first down now.
They are calling out a first down, which is different than what I thought.
The penalty results in a nice first down. They will have a first and goal.
Well, either way, Knights now have 4 more downs to try and capitalize on this great field position.
There's no reason why they shouldn't run this.
Yeah, at least give it a try on the first and goal. And it is a run up the middle. Not a lot of bit of a push. That's a little bit of a push. Able to get that one down to inside of the 5 now.
Number 7, Corey Murphy, the ball carrier. Turning those feet down to about
got about half of what he needed. Second down and goal to go from about the 3 now. Knights grinding it away. We'll see if they can come up with pay dirt as we get down to about 4.5 minutes to go.
They're milking this clock as well.
Because Evangel will get the ball after halftime. So Knights want to come into this halftime with as much of a lead as they possibly can. It is going to be Peyton Leach. Touchdown, Knights. And after that extended drive, the Knights tack on 6 more, lead 26-8. Well, usually we see the big number 1 or number 7 churning his feet and getting him in the end zone. This time, it was the quarterback, the senior quarterback, Peyton Leach.
They're definitely keying on Corey Murphy, and they feel like he's going to get the ball every play. And the linebackers for the Lightning are making a beeline to him every time. This time, Peyton Leach kept that ball and walked right around the linebacker and into the end zone.
Yeah, it's good high IQ football. Running that option play, like you said, going to draw a lot of eyes on Corey Murphy, as they should. And they called an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Knights again.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called on the Knights.
So
didn't see it.
I did not see that at all.
And now we've got it on the replay. But either way, it looks like they're going to enforce it on the kickoff rather than on the extra point attempt.
That could be a costly mistake for the Knights.
Yeah, that's going to give Ezekiel good field position. But the Knights do take the extra point, and it is good.
27-8 now. The Knights have a decent lead, but you never want to count out the Lightning.
Absolutely not. You never want to count out the Lightning. They are a force to be reckoned with, and we've seen them with a couple of quick strike plays that could have easily gone for 6 that got called back for one reason or another. We'll watch the touchdown again. We'll see the shotgun snap. Like you said, Darryl, all eyes on Corey Murphy. But Peyton Leach is the one with the rock, able to roll it into the end zone. And the Knights feeling pretty good, but like you said, Evangel is never out of a football game.
So apparently when he tossed the ball in the air, I think that's what they're calling for unsportsmanlike conduct. And
this one going to be kicked off from way deep now. Kicked off from about the 25 now rather than 35. And we'll see what kind of leg the Knights get on this one. One man deep to return for Evangel Lightning, and likely going to get a good look at it here.
And this one goes high in the air.
Fielder right at the 30. Tries to bounce it out to the right side of the field and has a little bit of space to run down the sideline, and they will start out in Knights territory. Good return there. Returning there from the 30 gets to about the 42, maybe the 43 of the Knights. And Evangel looking to capitalize now on this good field position.
About 28 yards on that return.
If you're Evangel, do you take a shot here?
You absolutely do. And down by double digits, you really have to get something going here.
Well, and we've seen them a couple of times. They've had really good opportunities to score on deep ball, but one or two of them have been dropped. And the number 15 here on the near side, he's been their target man early on. Snap comes. It's a pitch to the outside. They're going to throw it from here and has time to throw. Intercepted! Right across the middle of the hands of the Knights. The big man, number 12, comes up with the INT. Well, that's what happens whenever you run a little bit of trickeration and put the ball in the hands of someone that's not your quarterback. Making a bad decision right to him, straight into. There was 2 or 3 Knights there that could have intercepted that. I'll watch it again on the replay. But they decided to run a little bit of a trickeration. Maybe look to get that one back to the quarterback, but everybody was there quickly. Brendan Tormey was there who got the interception, but Peyton Hatchell and Matty Spackman also had a shot at it, and it got to the hands of the big number 12. But
there were multiple receivers, and none of them went more than 10 yards down.
No, that's the thing.
That was just not. Yeah, you take a shot on that play, and they were not able to capitalize on that. But here go the Knights.
Capitalize on the turn. Matty Spackman, the man deep. That one a little bit over.
A little bit too far. Even if he had caught that one, it would have been out of bounds.
Yep. We see that shorter field maybe coming into play a little bit there. But that looks like it's the right call. Take a shot early whenever you get something fortuitous go your way. Try and really get the momentum going in your favor. 2nd down and 10. The Knights right about on the 40, right about the 47-yard line. First down on the opposite side of the 50. We'll see what they draw up here. Corey Murphy's had a struggle on the ground today, but the air game has been good. We'll see what the Knights draw up. Flag flies in. That came in really early.
Delay of game, and that I don't think that's right.
The play clock must not have restarted because the Knights took less than probably 12 seconds to line up.
It'll be 2nd and 15.
And 2nd down and 15 now coming for the Knights. We don't have a
play clock is not operational. Yeah. It works, but it's just not operational.
The man in motion. Snap comes. Leach going to take this one himself. Gets caught up and still on his feet, and they're probably just going to have to give him forward progress, but a big sack on that play. And the Knights, after the unfortunate delay of game, now set up even deeper. 3rd down, and it's got to be close to 25. Yep.
3rd and exactly 23.
Well, Knights have been a 3rd down team, but this one the longest of the bunch. Do you go back to your big number 12?
Absolutely. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Tallest man on the field. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't get this 3rd and 23.
And timeout called by the Knights. Well, and Brennan told me every catch he's made, the ball has gotten 15 yards down the field, and then he's just taking it even farther. So
absolutely.
If you get inside of that original line of scrimmage, you might just go for it on 4th down anyway.
And they're having a tough time tackling him once he gets into the secondary. Unfortunately, all the big guys for Evangel are actually in the middle or up front. So
And while we have a quick break, we'll take a look at one of our local sponsors, Tallahassee Superfoods, located in Tallahassee, Alabama. Locally owned and serving the area for over 50 years. Low prices and hometown service with 2 locations. Visit TallahasseeSuperfoods.com or find them on Facebook at Tallahassee Superfoods. Big third down now upcoming for the Knights. The longest one of the night. Third down and 23 to go. Brennan Tormey not even on the field at the moment, I don't believe. Bradley Bumgarner and Matty Spackman on the near side. And there is Tormey down the field, going to go up and incomplete.
Almost came down with it.
Yep, sometimes you just got to give it to the big man and see what he can make of it. That time, better coverage. And did a good job getting his head around to avoid the pass interference call. So fourth down now upcoming for the Knights. The first time they've been forced to punt tonight.
Unlikely they're going to go for it on 4th and 23.
Yeah, I don't imagine that would be the way to go. Usually, when you see teams do it, they look for a pass interference call or something of that nature. But even then, it wouldn't be a first down because it's not an automatic first down. Peyton Leach, the man to kick. That ball skips across the ground. Gets a good boot on it, though.
That one hits
and
the ground.
Takes a good bounce.
Takes a good bounce.
And he is going to field it.
Pick it up and run out of bounds.
Steps out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
Number 3 steps out of bounds at their
and Evangel
line. Evangel will have the ball first and 10.
In a little bit better shape now, able to get the stop, have a chance to cut into this Knights lead, and they get the ball after halftime. But they're going to have to avoid the mistake that they made with throwing that one-play interception.
Absolutely, and they're going to have to block up front, too. I think if there's one battle that the Knights have won today, it's their defense against Evangel's.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt, especially at that line of scrimmage. Putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. But the deep ball has been a threat for Evangel so far in this game. This time going to go short and going to get about 3 on that. As he's eventually the ball's on the ground.
Number 15 with a reception.
And the Knights come up with it. Ezekiel came with a 2-turnover pass. Richardson, and then it comes up with the football, and the Knights end up in great field position. We do have an Evangel player down, though.
I believe he was the one who made the reception.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. Whenever you're just on the ball, and sometimes you just have to go down with it. We'll watch how they go on the replay real quick. They did go with a screen pass on that right-hand side, and they have found some success with it so far, but the Knights did a good job containing and getting to the ball quickly. Hard to really see. We saw the ball come out, but hard to really see what happened there. And while we take a break real quick, we will take a look at one of our sponsors. We've got Thrive Performance. In order to meet a growing need for at-home personalized health services, Thrive Performance and Regenerative Medicine is now offering telehealth consultation, functional movement, resistance training, and mental fitness training. Visit ThriveMedicalClinic.com and book your online appointment now. We'll take a look at one of our other sponsors as well. We've got Robert Morse Attorney located in Deansville, Alabama. If you're in need of legal services, they serve the River Region. Just call 334-569-1820 for Robert Morris Attorney.
And he's a good one.
He is a good one. I believe he's standing somewhere right above my head as well.
Absolutely. He's standing right over here to my right.
Still got a bit of an extended delay with an injured Evangel player down on the field. And of course, this is always a heated rivalry game, but respect shown between the two teams. We obviously hope he is okay. That's the worst thing you can see in a football game. You can take big losses, and being blown out always sucks, but having a bad injury is the worst thing that could happen.
Absolutely. You don't. You want to win the game, but you don't want for kids to get injured out here.
You don't want to do it at the cost of either your own players or the opposing players. And he is on his feet.
He is on his feet.
We'll take a look at the replay one more time. And we see him go down.
He did not want to go down. He's probably one of their fastest players.
Oh, and it looks like it could be a lower leg injury, maybe. Got a little bit wrapped up in the feet of one of the Ezekiel players and might have fell down a little bit awkwardly there, but he is up on his feet and off the field, so we certainly hope he is okay.
the Knights are definitely okay in business at the 36-yard line of Evangel.
Yeah, the Knights in great field position now. A turn of fortune after having to punt the ball on 4th and a mile now. Get a chance to go from Evangel territory, and this one a flick outside. Bradley Bumgarner picks it up, and he's got the first down and more. That one was a forward pass, so he was behind the line of scrimmage when he got that ball off. Good heads-up play again by Peyton Leach, and Bradley Bumgarner again in the perfect spot to pick that one up, and a first down, about 6 on that one for the Knights.
That's going to be 2nd down.
It's really hard to tell where they do go out of bounds with no real lines on that out of bounds line. We'll saw that flick again from Leach, and Bradley Bumgarner just steps out. Definitely a bit of a speedster. Don't want him to get into open field. Leach going to take it all the way. Trying to the outside. Flag comes in. A huge hit on Peyton Leach. And there's going to be a flag for holding to add insult to injury, but Peyton Leach got lifted off of his feet there. And that's going to be a 2nd down and 20. Or I'm sorry, a 2nd down and probably 15 now after the spot of the foul.
The linebacker just tees off on Peyton Leach after he makes the corner there, and just reaching out instead of moving your feet and getting in front of that defender.
Yeah, he paid for it that time. About a minute 45 to go now. Knights going to want to try and capitalize here. They got, I believe, 2 timeouts left of this quarter.
It's going to be 2nd and about 15, 16.
Yeah, we'll see what they can pick up here on this 2nd down. I imagine you just pick up something, whether it's 7 or 8. But you probably don't have to take a shot here. But you are probably going to put it in the air. And they do go to the air. Matty Spackland looks like he got a little confused on his route there. And that one's going to fall harmlessly incomplete. 3rd down and 15 to go now. Bradley Bumgarner and Matty Spackland kind of ended up in the same area. So somebody definitely had their routes confused.
Clock stops with 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the first half.
And for Knights, I imagine it's go territory if you don't lose any yards here. Even on a 4th down and 15. And the threat on the left-hand side is Brendan Tormey. He's been the go-to man on 3rd downs, but Matty Spackland also caught one early, and he looks Tormey's way, has him open, and he catches it. That's an incomplete pass.
He just couldn't haul it in.
And no protest from Brendan Tormey either, so
he knows he did.
Yep, kind of on that opposite side. Hard to see it. And after an incomplete pass, 4th down and 15 now upcoming. We'll watch it again on the replay just to check it. But he was the go-to man.
They're taking their time here.
Yeah, that was a tough catch to make. We'll see if he does come down with it. Hard to see. Well, we'll see if we can't back it up again real quick and take a second look.
Yeah, that one hit the ground.
The Knights going to go for it. 4th down and 15. Leach looks to throw, goes deep, and just over the head of Bradley Bumgarner. He and Matty Spackland both went for it, and they kind of collided, but
almost intercepted. The one that had the best chance was the defender from Evangel.
Nobody really looked like they were going to come up with that one, but
so the Knights turn it over on downs with about a minute left in the half.
That's more than enough time for Evangel to work. We'll see what they come up with now, and after losing an offensive weapon like that, number 15, we'll see who they turn to try and pick up these yards. They, of course, do have a lot of depth and a lot of weapons on the field. First down and 10. Snap, fake the handoff, and that one going to be just a little inside pass. Has just maybe about 9 on that one. Not enough for the first down.
Just a giveaway, though. That's the inside slant route.
Second
and get up in a hurry.
Evangel only have 1 timeout after having to call 2 of them earlier in this game. Pressure coming, not able to get there. Doesn't have the first down, not able to get out of bounds either. And that's going to be a 3rd down and 1, maybe less one on that play. And somebody had to call a timeout there as the referees wait for the clock to stop, and I believe that's Evangel's last timeout. And while they take that timeout, we will take a look at one of our sponsors. We've got Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant located on 231 on Blue Ridge between Wetumpka and Montgomery. They offer a full Italian menu including pizzas, plus live entertainment and karaoke, dine-in, and takeout as well. Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant.
The Baumgartner family has been promising to take me there and feed me and embarrass me very badly.
We were
karaoke night.
If you sing some
Daryl,
karaoke.
I'm chiming in here live. I'm coming in because I was there last night and I didn't see you.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
That's a
I
shame.
was not invited. It's just not, I didn't get the call.
Big third down upcoming for the Lightning. Third down and 1. Snap comes. It's going to
Inside
hand off
handoff.
up the middle. Has the first down, but not much more. That clock going to stop while they get the chain set.
Number 11.
No timeouts remaining for Evangel. And
They
now
are
the
on
clock
the ball
will run.
quickly. Clock
There's about
spins.
22 seconds to go. Clock is running. Snap comes. Knights drop into coverage.
Plenty of time.
And eventually pressure does come. That one thrown up in the air. And it is caught. Wow, what a catch.
Excellent.
And that's going to be a first down with 6 seconds to go. The Lightning trying to get this one lined up quickly. No timeouts remaining. And they call a timeout.
That is, they don't have a
I don't
timeout.
believe they do have any timeouts
That is,
left.
they don't have any timeouts left.
Ball will be placed at the 10-yard line.
I think that's their fourth timeout that they've called.
That is their fourth timeout. That's illegal. They don't have any timeouts left.
I believe so, unless an official called a timeout earlier in that game. I thought they called 2 in that first quarter,
They did.
and then they were called 1 on that drive. But we'll watch that again on the replay. Either way, a fantastic pitch and catch.
Excellent catch.
I mean, that looked like I thought it was going to be intercepted. The Knights player just surrounding the receiver. 3 Knights players down there, but a fantastic catch. Just to go up there and get it. That's what you call a 50-50 ball, but it was more like a 25-75% ball. But Evangel able to go up there and get it anyway.
Evangel at the 10-yard line now. So I think they're discussing this now that they didn't have any timeouts left.
And they're discussing something. And the clock moves up with 12 seconds now, so that'll help Evangel out a little bit more. But Hunter Wilson out
They
on the
definitely
field.
don't have any timeouts
I
left
didn't
now.
think he did either. But
And he did not go out of bounds. The clock should wind on this. Yeah, the clock should be running now.
yeah, but if they gave him that timeout, now the clock runs. Fire to the end zone. Touchdown, Lightning.
That one was given to them by the officials.
Yeah, that's. I will have to look back at that again, but I am fairly certain that they have no timeouts remaining. And now this game, a much tighter affair, 14-27. Knights lead, but with 8 seconds to go now in the second half. Evangel will get the ball after halftime.
Nevertheless, a great play by the Lightning, and
Yeah.
they were
To go
really
there
set up for that.
To go up there and get that one in between 3 Knights players is a difficult task indeed, but
Going
good
to
drive.
now, 27-14.
Snap comes, looking to throw, rolls out to the right, slings that one in, and it is good.
So 27-16.
8 seconds left in the half.
11 seconds to go. I'm sorry, 8 seconds to go. A 11-point game. Watch that one again on the replay real quick. This was a touchdown throw, a rocket to the corner of the end zone. And the Knights and the Lightning battling this one out. 8 seconds to go. An 11-point margin. Likely going to be the tally when we go in for halftime, but the Knights with a chance to have maybe a kickoff return and maybe one shot to the end zone.
They will get a kickoff return. And when the clock starts for that, it's going to be hard to get off the field in time to get. So unless they have a wonderful kickoff return, this one. And they're probably going to, if I'm Evangel, I'm splitting this down the middle, making it very difficult for them to field.
The Knights have got Bradley Bumgarner, Corey Murphy, and looks like Matty Spackman, the three guys.
Bit of a hands
kind of
team
the up
close.
team, hands team, and then I believe it's
Kyle is.
I think it's Kyle down deep, and it's gonna be Matty Spackman who fields it. Does a great job fielding that one. Tries to cover on the outside, makes a man miss inside, tries to run up the middle, and gonna go down as the clock expires. Had a chance at that one. That's a great tricky play, and that's definitely going to get a little bit of momentum, and the crowd riled up.
And they're saying 1 second left on the clock. The players want to see that 1 second.
And I was looking at the clock as it was dying, and I thought there was 1 second on the clock left as well. And they will say that there's going to be 1 second. And Hunter Wilson not happy at all because I was trying to watch an eye on that clock as it expired, but I guess not going to let that one go. And the Knights go into halftime leading 27-16. I think we're going to stay here. I think we've got about a 20-minute halftime, I want to say. And I believe the color guard for Evangel are going to take the field, and we're going to take a break. Me and Daryl, we're going to step away, and we will be back to bring you the second half of this very entertaining contest between the Knights and the Lightning.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your 2021 Ezekiel Academy cheerleaders. 7th grader, Leah Darnell. 7th grader, Hallie Mann. 8th grader, Neela Hope. 9th grader, Lauren Darnell. 10th grader, Haley Smith. 11th grader, Natalie Sanders. 11th grader, co-captain, Olivia Lawrence. 11th grader, captain, Anna Willis. Ladies, your music is on. Great job, ladies. That is your 2021 Ezekiel Academy cheerleaders.
There you have both cheer squads. And now, as usual, for halftime, we're going to take a look at our senior spotlights.
This is my second year playing high school football with Ezekiel. I played a couple years. Corey Murphy, number 7, Ezekiel Knights. Been playing high school football since I was in 11th grade. This is my second year playing high school football with Ezekiel, but I played a couple years JV with him before that. I play running back and defensive end, and I'd have to say my favorite position is running back. Just like running the ball, trying to run through people. Winning state last year, that was a big thing because it's the first time it's been done in Ezekiel's football history, at least for varsity. And then also going down to Panama City to play in the tournament was a big setting up thing for me from last year. I play basketball as well, kind of like that. It's about the same with football. They're both fun to me, and it's like being active and playing basketball and football. I mean, not for real. I like studying my film and then just, I guess, working out and working, making some money. My plan is to go to Southern Union for my first couple years to get a degree in physical as a physical therapist, and then transfer to Auburn for my last 2 to get my bachelor's degree from there. My baby brother calls me Coco, and that's kind of just went from him to all my friends now call me that.
What's your favorite food?
Ooh, I'd have to say just the regular American food, as in cheeseburgers and wings.
What's your favorite movie?
Ooh, not a favorite movie, but my favorite show's Outer Banks.
What's your favorite song or type of music you listen to?
Everyday life, I like my country music, but getting pumped up for football, I gotta have some Little Baby and all them.
What, if I have to ask, who's your favorite football team?
Auburn Tigers, yeah. got sick again.
And who's your favorite coach?
It's got to be Hunter. Not specific which one, just Hunter. Go Knights.
Bradley Baumgartner, number 2, Ezekiel Knights. I played football for 3 years. I've been playing for Ezekiel for 3 years. Played a receiver and DB. And receiver is my favorite because I score a lot, so occasionally without the ball. But, probably last year versus Last in the state championship. I caught like a video touchdown pass from Austin. There's like a tip pass, so pretty cool. Play basketball for Ezekiel. I also bowl and golf a little bit. I saw bowling on TV and it was pretty cool, so I decided to try it out. I started getting serious in it, but one day I got pretty good at it, so I decided to play a few tournaments. I won one, and ever since then, I've been kind of hooked on it. After school, I'm probably gonna be a real estate agent, or go to college and get a degree in something. Not sure yet. Not really. I mean, there's not pretty normal. But I have long hair, so it's kind of unusual.
What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
What's your favorite movie?
Star Wars.
What's your favorite music and song?
Metallica, Fade to Black.
Who's your favorite football team?
Alabama. The Falcons.
Who's your favorite coach?
I plead the fifth. Go Knights.
Come shop with us at Vivian O'Neill, voted Montgomery's best boutique. At 10,000 square feet, we carry a huge selection of women's clothing, sizes small to 3X, shoes, women's accessories, gifts, and more. We are located at 3500 Wetumpka Highway in Montgomery, Alabama. There is really something for everyone here, and we want to make Vivian O'Neill the only place you will ever want to shop.
You had our senior spotlights. We're doubling up on them because we got a lot of seniors this year. So we will have 2 more probably next week. One of our sponsors, Vivian O'Neill. And you guys help support our sponsors. They sponsorship, and the sponsorship goes directly to the school. So they are helping out your school there. Take a look there. There's Giuseppe's. Credit King. Check those guys out there. Both those on Highway 231. Another one on 231, Vivian O'Neill. Grace Tire, they're actually all on Highway 231. A lot of those are all over the place. We'll check out our sponsors as we got about 4.5 minutes till we start back as Ezekiel leads Evangel 27-16, and take a short break here, and we will be back with the second half momentarily.
back to the field. Your Ezekiel Academy 9.
And we are back. Ezekiel Knights, Evangel Lightning in a battle going into the second quarter here. Daryl, let's hear your thoughts on the first half.
Actually, I think it was an excellent performance by both teams. Ezekiel took advantage of all of the great breaks that they got. Now, the Evangel Lightning actually got some breaks of their own. They were able to capitalize on those, but not as often as Ezekiel. Ezekiel was making third down seem like it's their down.
Absolutely. The Knights, of course, got 2 takeaways in the first half. Not able to capitalize on those, but just taking the ball away from Evangel and eating up clock that they can't use as a win in the Knights book, I believe.
Absolutely.
And I do want to clear up. I did go talk down and talk to Coach Hunter. The Evangel Lightning did only call 3 timeouts in that first quarter. We had them marked down for 1 timeout in the first quarter, which the Knights actually took.
Gotcha.
So that is squared up. I want to get all square with the referees calling the fair game. As the Knights get ready to kick this ball away, and it's going to be scribbling
Right down the middle.
And good field position starting out for Evangel.
Kick recovered by number 21, Aiden Black.
The Evangel Lightning have used multiple quarterbacks and multiple formations, trick plays, and other such things to try to lull the Ezekiel defense into complacency.
Yeah, and they've used it to, mixed success. They had that 1 interception that was thrown from the backup quarterback, I guess, but they tried to run a little bit of flea flicker, a little bit of trick, and it paid off for the Knights. But for the Knights, I think the moral of the story is either way, if you get pressure on the quarterback, you're doing the right thing. That's all you want to do. And this time, handoff to the outside side has a lot of force to run, and that's going to be a touchdown early on. And the Lightning start out quickly. 1 play. And that was looked like 52 yards and a touchdown. Well, that's the way you want to start out if you're the Lightning.
And we did have a conversation just before that. If you're going to take over this game, you need to do it right now.
We talked about whoever scores first in this opening second half, they are likely to have all the momentum. I won't say they're likely to win the game, but bringing this game within 1 touchdown is huge for the Lightning.
They line up to kick the extra point.
Haven't done that so far in this game, but it is up and it is no good. It took him a second to call that, but it didn't look good from our perspective. And the 5-point lead, that's odd. I don't know why you kicked the one there. That doesn't really give you a numerical advantage. The only thing that might give you is, I'm not entirely sure. That wouldn't even put him within a field goal. 2 points would have put him within a field goal, so that's an interesting call. We'll watch the replay real quick. One play, a quick strike play, just bounces the run outside. Looked fairly
looked like it was
fairly
well
contained,
defended,
yeah,
but there all it takes is 1 block and 1 seal block, and there's that block to the outside that seals the end. When they sealed the end of that play, no one was able to catch that speedy tailback.
That's the hard thing with 8-man football as well. You don't have that safety back there to help back you up.
Exactly.
Yeah, really, the places where the personnel is lacked in 8-man football is that deep secondary. And Evangel, like we said, never count them out of a football game. They were right back in this one, trailing 22-27. This ball going to be kicked up in the air, and that's going to be a tough one to get to. And
that is going to be lightning ball.
Pick it up.
It is a live ball. That's going to be lightning ball.
And nobody went to it. Somebody called back for It was hard to see who's supposed to pick that one up.
And you can't just wait for it to go out of bounds like that. That was not a good play for for Ezekiel's special teams.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they were looking to do there. It looked like Matty Spackman called for Jakyle Sims to go up and get it, but Spackman was the closest one to it. I think the referees are discussing whether it went out of bounds or not. And they are going to say it's Evangel football. And that is going to hurt the Knights. We'll watch that one on the replay real quick before they dial up this Knights play. Kick is away, and it looked like someone called for it to step up, but it took a really nice Evangel bounce and just stayed in one spot. And now Evangel in great position to try and take the lead of this game. Handoff this time nowhere. No gain on that play. Knights are going to have to stunt some of this momentum gained by the Lightning here.
Actually fills the hole for a 2-yard loss, so it's going to be 2nd and 12 now.
Well, the one bright spark, especially for the Knights, have been that defense. They're going to want to go out here and get a stop. And quarterback trying to scramble away from Miles Richardson, able to get away with dumps this one incomplete. Had a chance there to complete that pass on the scramble drill, but just threw that one a little bit outside. And good pursuit by Miles Richardson there, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket.
Absolutely. Clock stops with 11-11. It's going to be 3rd down and about 12 for the Lightning.
It's going to be 4-down territory all the way. Man in motion, shotgun snap, handoff to the outside. Good block on the edge, but not a lot of room to run. That's going to be a 4th down and about 8 upcoming. I imagine it's going to be go for it territory, but Knights one stop away from getting off the field on a tough second drive to try and defend. We get about 10:40 to go here. This game knew it was going to be intense and knew it was going to be tight, but this has been about as good as it can get. Shotgun snap. Time to throw. Pressure eventually coming around the edge. Just thrown incomplete.
Hassel had been looking at that. He would have got it, but they turn it over on down for the Knights. Knights get a stop.
And if you're Peyton Patrick, you're almost maybe glad you didn't catch that, because just batting it away puts you in better field position than where you would have picked the ball off initially. Although he would like to have it for the stat sheet.
Absolutely. So Knights dodge a bullet on this one.
And have plenty of time to throw the ball, but just that one needed, like you said, right in the hands of Peyton Patrick. And the Knights get set to go. First possession here of the second half. The danger man, Brennan Turner line at the top side. Bradley Bumgarner, the man in motion. Snap comes. Leach slings it to Matty Spackman. One-on-one on the outside. Tries to beat a man, but good open field tackling has him eventually down after a minimal gain there. That's a good job isolating Matty Spackman one-on-one. He picks up about 4 on that one, but we know Spackman has some speed and has some quick feet. He can definitely get away very quickly, but a good job there by Evangel to contain that speed.
Going to be 2nd and about 7.
Come on, Knights, let's go!
Knights lined up. Spackman and Bumgarner to the left. Brendan Turner to the right. Corey Murphy in the backfield with Peyton Leach. Bumgarner again the man in motion. Comes from the slot. This time Leach going to look downfield. Have Brendan Turner on the run, but this one overthrown. And going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7. And the Knights looking to not go 3 and out here. Don't want to give the ball back to Evangel when they've got the momentum slinging their way. That ball with Brendan Turner, sometimes you don't want to throw it to him kind of in stride. You want to hit him a little bit more, where he can just kind of jump up on a 50-50 ball, I think.
Absolutely, because he is very well the tallest guy on the field at any given time. So everybody's getting fired up on the 3rd down.
This time, Turner line up on the near side. Bradley Bumgarner and Matty Spackman to the right. Leach and Murphy in the backfield. High snap, hold down. This time going to go outside Brendan Turner. The ball was already in the air before he turned around, and incomplete. Tried to hit him on a little out route, but that one's overthrown.
Down.
Knights looking probably to punt from this situation. Peyton Leach, the man back there to kick this one away. And a 3-and-out. Not exactly what the Knights were hoping for. Going to have to go out there and try and stop that explosive Evangel offense yet again. This ball snapped a little bit low, but able to contain it. That's a good kick. End over end, and it takes a nice bounce for the Knights and going to slide down just inside of the 40. That was a good kick by Peyton Leach there. Harris Black was the man back there to recover it. Was able to pick it up, but slipped over his own 2 feet, and that one going to be spotted right at the 39. And while we have a little break in the action, I think we've got actually a trivia question for the viewers at home. If you were watching the feed, you should probably already know the answer to this question, but if you know it, drop it down in the comments below. Who is the winningest coach in Ezekiel Academy Knights history? Like you said, if you were watching the feed, you should probably know this one by now, but while you ponder that, Evangel going to try and get underway. That one batted away. Good job, I believe.
Torme.
I believe it was either Brendan Torme or Miles Richardson on that right edge. Knights have done a good job of getting their hand there, but just haven't been able to tip these balls away. That time they were able to get a hand on it. 2nd down and 10. We'll see what Evangel drop to try and make this maybe a bit of an easier 3rd down. Snap comes, handoff up the middle, goes nowhere.
Also about 2 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down.
And this game is played on 3rd down, it seems. We'll see what Evangel can drop on this one. I do want to say the number 15 out there for Evangel. It's good to see him backing on the field because it looked like it could have been a scary injury.
He does not look like he's 100%.
He's not 100%.
He's kind of looking around.
But it is good to see him back out
his
there.
His 80% might be good enough.
Yeah, he played a good first quarter. This time the blitz comes off the left edge. Good job holding up that line. Ball's up in the air and incomplete. And no flags down. Looking for the flag. Called incomplete. I believe that ball was just maybe uncatchable. It didn't look like maybe we'd be able to bring that one in. And the Knights hold it to a 4th down and 12. Watch that one again on the replay. Well, the official had a good look at it. The offensive line did a good job holding up the blitz, and I believe it was just too far underthrown, really. That route was just a simple go route, and
he was out of bounds.
Yeah, and it was out of bounds and pretty well underthrown. Punt formation, the first punt, if they do kick it away for Evangel of this game.
This is the first punt I've seen on any film for Evangel this entire year.
Watch for the fake than I would expect for the Knights. And it's going to be a rugby-style kick, punt. End over end, and fair catch called.
And made.
And they did get a little handsy there after the fair catch was called, but no flags come in.
So the Knights are going to start 1st and 10 from their 30-yard line, so a little bit better field position than last drive.
And the Knights hoping for a better result than the last drive as well. 3 and out on their opening drive. We'll see what they can draw up here on their 2nd chance at it. Knights offense had a great first half. Brendan Torme, especially the man to watch, has played a great football game. Has an interception and 2 touchdown receptions. Lined up in the tight end spot now. Snap comes, handoff up the middle. This time a little bit more space to run for Corey Murphy. He gets about 5 and still on his feet. Eventually goes down after getting about 5 or 6 on that one. That's been the one tough spot for the Knights that they really want to get going is that run game. They haven't had a lot of space.
It looks like he got ahead of steam that time, and he wasn't going to be denied. Usually there's someone waiting for him there, but he was 2 or 3 yards in past the line of scrimmage before anybody touched him that time.
That's the key to stopping Corey Murphy. Is you got to hit him at the line of scrimmage. If you don't, he will run your defense over.
Inside handoff.
And tries to bounce this one outside. Has a few, but still able to push the ball up near the first down. And we'll see where they're going to be a first down for Corey Murphy. The first real time he's got any kind of space in the ground. Did a good job bouncing that one outside. And the Knights trying to march this one down the field. But if they can get their run game going, that might be a nightmare scenario for Evangel. The Knights have done a good job through the air keeping them in front in this game, but if you can get Corey Murphy rolling with a head of steam, he's going to be hard to stop. Snap comes. It's Murphy again. Bounces it outside.
From behind that time, the edge rush not there. They lose about a yard on the play.
Usually whenever you get to Corey Murphy, you got to stop him with 2 or 3 guys. That time the one was enough as he tried to cut it away, but dragged down from behind. And second down and 11 upcoming for the Knights. We'll see what they draw up here on second down. Not wanting to get forced into a long third down, obviously, but we've seen this game take some weird and wacky turns on third down so far. Snap, fakes the handoff, falls on the ground, and the missed exchange. We'll see who comes up with it. The missed handoff exchange. And who's on the bottom of the pile with it? And they say it's Evangel football.
Big mistake by the Knights.
And that was the one thing the Knights did a great job of avoiding early on in this game was turnovers. And this time, they weren't able to get it. We'll see that one on the replay real quick. I believe it was just a missed exchange between Murphy and Leach, which hasn't really been much of a problem.
Not this particular game. They had a lot of missed exchanges in the Freedom Cowboys game.
Yeah, that's been something we thought was cleaned up a little bit, and we see that ball roll underneath Corey Murphy and kind of away from him. Hard to see who came up with that one for Evangel, but the Knights now looking to try and make another tough stop. Screen pass to the near side, out in open space, but great tackle in the open field by Elijah Ward.
Read it all the way.
Yeah, good recognition by the senior there, able to step up and make that stop before anything untoward happened to the Knights defense. Loss on that play was second about 13 now upcoming. We have about just over 6 minutes to play now. This game, as tight as it could be. I don't think I've got any fingernails left there, Dale Spears. How about you?
I always cut mine off pretty short, so I just chew one finger. That's all I do.
The second down and 13. Evangel looking to try and take a lead. Let's handoff up the outside. Pressure comes immediately, able to spin away, and the Knights, the convoy comes in and stacks that one up. This one's going to be a loss of about 10 on that play. That's going to be a second down and about third down and 22 upcoming for the Lightning now.
Isaiah Zorn gets there first. Miles Richardson keeps him busy until a host of Knights bring him down.
Yeah, whenever you get one in the backfield, it's not as bad. Whenever you get 2, 3, and 4, those big boys for the linebacking, or for the Knights, those big linebackers back there, it's hard to keep them away.
So it's third and halfway back to Alabaster for the Lightning. Very long pickup here would be for a first down.
Snap comes, looking to throw, has time. Pressure eventually rolls him away in the pocket. This one's going to go deep and just a little too long.
Overthrown. Well covered on the play, though.
That'll bring up fourth down.
And that was at number 15 again. Maybe just not at 100%, not able to really get rolling.
You can see him limping, but nothing that could have happened there except a perfect ball would have
I think it was
successful.
I think it was thrown a little bit out of bounds as well, so that just wasn't going to be a successful play, unfortunately. Nearly dropped on about on the 5-yard line, but
so second punt now of the game for Evangel.
Yeah, had it been anything less than 20 plus, I think they might have gone for it. This one's going to roll out, rugby stop kick again, high hanging punt, end over end, takes a nice bounce. And actually going to end up with a pretty decent field position. That ball only really gets just past the first down marker. When it was
started about the 22-yard line.
It was all offense in the first half of this game, but now it's been a defensive battle. Both teams trying to see which offense can unlock the other. Knights getting another chance at it here. This will be their third drive of the second half.
Nothing doing on the first two.
Nope. Only one first down, I believe.
And a first down, then a fumble.
Yeah, the Knights going to want to clean that up a little bit.
Hand off
up the middle. Corey Murphy gets ahead of steam. The shoots the run, has the first down after about a 13-yard gain. And for Ezekiel, that's exactly what they want to see. Start to open up some holes on that defensive line and just let Corey Murphy go.
And the Knights need to keep their exchanges clean, but that is exactly the kind of football they want to play against this team.
And for the Knights, and especially Corey Murphy, he might have a little bit more of a workload because of the injury to Miles Richardson, who we have seen on the defensive side of the ball, but really you kind of want to reserve him for that defensive play. So Corey Murphy getting maybe a little bit of an extra workload here tonight, but he probably enjoys it. Leach going to keep this one up the middle, has the first down, and is going to eventually get dragged down, but not after getting 15 plus, and the Knights trying to roll, flag down in the backfield, though.
2 chunk plays in a row. This one looks like it might be coming back because of the location of the.
It's going to be a hold.
That's going to put the Knights in a hole.
Going to be a first down at about 20 now.
First and about 23 if they mark it from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, if they call that one in the backfield, it should be a spot on the foul. We'll see kind of what they decide to do here. Maybe talking this one over, seeing where that ball will be placed. That's an unlucky one for the Knights. Peyton Leach had a good chunk of yards there, but going to go about the same distance the opposite way. First down, and like you said, they were about 22.
Come on, guys, let's go. Come on, offense.
Knights looking for something here at least. Handoff up the middle goes nowhere. Maybe got a handful, maybe 1 or 2 on that play. Second down and about 21 now upcoming. This is going to be the last chance for you guys to get your guesses in as to who is the most winningest coach in Ezekiel Knights football history.
How many of the fans can name all those?
Good little second question there, Daryl. I like to know that's a bonus. That's extra credit question.
That's an extra credit.
This game, we got about 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. If Knights can put up something on the board and make it 2 possessions again, they will be a much, much happier camp. But right now, stuck with a second down and long. Bradley Baumgartner, man in motion. Leach going to take this one all the way. Nobody blocking on the edge, though. And that is going to be a third down and 2 or 3 miles now upcoming for the Knights. Watch that replay again. That on the edge came around unblocked. And a huge sack that time. Third down and right about probably 30 now on this.
And Evangel is now bringing more than the Knights can block.
Yeah,
so what you have to do against that is you have to line up at slant.
Yep, or maybe throw a little screen pass.
A screen, yes.
A little bit of We've seen the pre-snap movement. Corey Murphy rolling him to the outside and then a little dump ball to him. And this time they only bring 3. Pressure is going to come. Leach steps around 1 or 2.
Gets away from a couple.
Cuts through and is going to be up near the original line of scrimmage. And I just don't think he's quite inside go-for-it territory, though.
It's going to be 4th and about 10. 4th and almost exactly 10.
Great job by Peyton Leach. Once he gets away from the first tackler, or would-be tackler, he had a little bit more space to run, but likely to see a punt here, I would imagine. And Leach is stepping back deep to kick this one away. Knights did a good job. Knights did a good job of eating up some clock on that drive. Again, a low snap. Gets his punt away. That hit the kicker. And no
takes a wonderful bounce.
A great Knights bounce, but Evangel did hit the kicker on that occasion. Peyton Leach didn't go down to make anything dramatic about it, but yeah, we can watch that one again on the replay. He didn't exactly get hit hard, but that kicker, like the return man, has a halo around him, and you're not allowed to touch or hit them. Either way, it may not have been enough for a first down. It may not have been a roughing the kicker, but definitely a running into the kicker could have given the Knights 5 more yards. But after that good of a kick, I suppose, had there been a flag down, maybe not want to retake it.
So the Knights are able to flip the field.
Yeah, great kick from Peyton Leach. Knights defense stepping out, trying to get another stop. 1:30 to go here in this game. This time going to be a toss to the outside. Knights do a good job containing it to the middle, and that one goes nowhere.
They catch it with the stick and right at about the line of scrimmage.
I believe we've got about a minute and about 9 to go till we get our trivia question. We'll drop that one right into the third quarter, I believe. So make sure you get your last-minute guesses in, or if it's not a guess and you actually know who it is, drop that down there as well. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for Evangel. Going to try and get out of the shot of their own goal line. And this will be a quarterback keeper. Slings this one outside in the backfield. Going to pick this one up, but good contained by the Knights. Have that one swallowed up after a loss of about 2. Good job by the Knights getting pressure on the quarterback quickly. That was a screen pass all the way, but even then he didn't have a lot of time to throw that ball.
He did not have a lot of time to throw that ball, and the Knights are all in the Lightning backfield.
And for the Lightning, they're glad that first tackle didn't get home, or else that would have been a loss of almost 10.
Absolutely.
A loss of 2, though, as the Knights fans get a little more rowdy. 15 seconds to go here.
See if they get it off before the quarter. Knights fans making some noise.
They are rowdy at the moment. We'll see, and the clock hits 000. That should be the end of the 3rd quarter. And we go to the 3rd quarter. The Knights leading the Lightning 27-22. And with that 3rd quarter ended, Daryl, I'll pass it over to you. I believe you probably know the most winningest coach in Knights history.
Well, I believe I do. As of fairly recently, with his wins this year, as of last week, Coach Hunter Wilson is now the winningest coach.
He is the most winningest coach in Ezekiel Knights history. Done a great job. Beat Evangel for the first time last year in Knights history, and also won a state championship in the same year. Definitely have to give a lot of credit to Coach Wilson, but also a lot of credit to his defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators, every coach that helped out with that team. Andy Patchell, of course, our team doctor, had a lot to do last year, but they did put together quite a good program here at Ezekiel Academy, and the Knights trying to help out their head coach and get him maybe one more win in the record books.
Absolutely, and against this team that we've had so much trouble against over the years.
Yeah, maybe it would have been a little bit more poetic for him to have his most winningest game here, but I think he'll be happy if we just walk away with a win.
Shout out to Dale Monroe, the original football coach here for the Ezekiel Knights, and for Neil Harrison as well, who was a longtime coach here at Ezekiel. They're all friends of mine and all great supporters of Ezekiel Knights football.
Big 3rd down, upcoming. Evangel going to try and they need this one. This one's slung across the middle and complete.
Great
First
back
down.
shoulder throw.
Yeah, that's a great pitching catch.
That was really nice.
It looks like there should have been a flag, and Miles Richardson got a chop block on him, I believe.
And I believe that is exactly what happened there.
I saw him fall on his feet. I thought he slipped initially, but it definitely looked like a chop block, and there is a flag down, and it is a chop block called.
And that is going to put them way back.
I don't know if we got that on the replay or not, but good call by the officials there right in front of them.
That negates an excellent play, though. Good throw and catch by the quarterback.
And I think that kind of points out that Miles Richardson is a hard man to block.
It's a very hard man to block, and if you gotta do something illegal to block him, that means he's doing the right business. So it's going to be 3rd and 20 now.
And Knights looking to get another stop here. This will be a big one deep in Evangel territory. Snap, quarterback, and again a chop block on that near side, I thought. This one going to go deep, overthrown, and incomplete.
And that's
a
what he
flag comes down.
Yeah, he did make contact with him before he turned out of his route.
There should have been a chop block on this near side, I believe, though.
And the referee is discussing it with them now. It chop blocks pretty much every play when you've got the big guy over there. But this is going to be pass interference on Elijah Ward, which is going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Not going to be a first down.
But it will not be a first down.
We'll watch the replay real quick. We'll see if we can pull it back a little bit. We'll see if we can get that replay back up in a moment. But 3rd down and about 7 now upcoming.
For about the 5th time now. We're doing 3rd down, the same 3rd down.
So exchanging penalties back and forth. And that's going to try and bring pressure. Watch Miles Richardson on the near side. And again
another chop block.
That's pretty bad. But this ball deep and nearly
Almost intercepted. A great play there with it all the way.
But the chop block on Miles Richardson, yet again, should cause a flag.
And on run plays, you can go low like that. But on pass
when you're
plays,
trying to protect the quarterback, you're not
trying to
allowed
protect
to.
you are not allowed to do that. And that is something that they really need to be
watch
serious about calling.
Especially with knee injuries, how bad you can. I mean, knees can screw up a career for sure. So I feel like that's a penalty that should be called every time. And that kick gets away. Not the longest ball. Eventually going to roll dead. Still, Knight's going to have great field position. And they're going to want to, yet to get in the end zone so far, they're going to try and draw some up here to see if they can try and take command of this game once again.
In this second half, they've been a little stagnant on offense, and they just have not been able to capitalize on great runs by Corey Murphy and quarterback keepers by Peyton Leach.
Yeah, they've been cut a little bit short from penalties as well.
Absolutely.
Kind of shooting themselves in the foot, setting themselves on the back foot early on the drive.
Making mistakes that cost them yardage.
But in this good a field position, do you take a shot here, Darryl?
Yes, you absolutely do. And it would not surprise me.
Screen pass, Matty Spackman. Bradley Bumgarner gets the block on field. Matty Spackman gets the sideline.
He is gone.
20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Knights. And, well, it may not have been a shot play in the most traditional sense, but when you get it to Matty Spackman over the field, he can just do that for you.
And the Knights have been lulling the Lightning defense with inside runs since the beginning of the half.
And credit has to go as well to Bradley Bumgarner, stepping up, making a good block.
Absolutely.
On the two DBs, freed up enough for Matty Spackman to carry that one down the field, and the Knights back rolling again.
And Matty Spackman does have the speed, and it looks like the Knights have extended their lead.
That kick is up, and it is
going to be
good. Knights lead 34-22.
I don't believe there's any such thing as a comfortable lead.
We'll watch that one on the replay again. Great job getting a little bit of separation early, just stepping back. And then we'll watch Bradley Bumgarner down the field, sets up it wasn't exactly a huge block, but he did just enough to put off the two DBs and let Matty Spackman carry that one upfield. Great cut outside, burst of speed, tip those down the sideline, the invisible sideline as well.
Invisible
carries
sideline,
that one to the house. I say as long as you're not kicking the yard markers, you're inbound.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good rule. Also has to be said, too, we've got two big old potholes out there on the field, right on each 40-yard line, covered up in sand now, so
there's a couple down there on the 20-yard line on the far end of the field as well.
Players would do good to avoid those, I believe. We were filling in with sand before the game, but we do appreciate the use of the field down here at Hunenburg, the old Wetumpka Stadium, the source of the Knights state championship win last year. Knights trying to call a
trying to
timeout.
call a timeout here.
Ref wouldn't listen to him, but Peyton Patchell steps up as one of the captains on the field and calls a timeout. Hunter Wilson may have seen something that he didn't like. Oh, yeah, they may not have had too many men on the field.
And it does look like there's 8 guys in that huddle now, but maybe one of them was not on the field at the time.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a personnel error. Yeah, we'll take a look at the replay and see. Count them. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not enough for the Knights.
Not
so
enough
they've got
for the
5,
Knights.
6, 7 on the field. You need to have at least one more guy on the left-hand side. We see 4 line up to the near and then 2 to the far, along with a kicker. That only makes 7. If my math is correct there, Darryl.
Yes, sir. We'll let you be the math guy tonight.
No thanks.
Well, I will take the responsibilities for the math as long as we have more than they have on the scoreboard.
The only matter about numbers is the one on the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
Knights on that scoreboard lead by 12.
Like fans fired up tonight.
As they should be. Big rivalry game. This one about as big as it gets. And this
that
kick going to
Cooch
go away
one.
in a very soft spot of coverage. Is going to be
He
fielded.
does pick it up, and he takes the
gonna tip it down the
sideline out of
sideline,
bounds.
And that was at number 15 again. Looking like he's feeling okay enough to step out there and field that one, but not wanting to take a hit, and I can't blame him.
When he runs, he runs. When he walks, he
limps.
limps.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of
respect
unfortunate.
that,
I hope he's not severely or seriously injured. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't put him out there if he was.
Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think they would risk the health of their players like that. But the thing is, with these football guys, they want to play, hurt or not. Even guys like Miles Richardson.
Absolutely.
Andy Patchell said he couldn't move his arm last Saturday. So
big fourth quarter here. 11 minutes left. Inside handoff
up the middle.
up the
Has a
middle.
little bit of space to run. Eventually dragged down after about 6 yards on that play. And, we'll take a quick look, actually, real quick. Some of these drives from the Knights in the first half was really good, but in the second half, not so much.
They just kind of melted away,
yeah.
and the only big drive was the one by Evangel in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Until fairly recently when we had the recent score.
Only 2 touchdowns scored so far in the second half. Knights will be okay if it stays that way.
Inside handoff blown up.
All the way, and now he's going to run around the right side. Has the first down a little more, but a flag comes in late. I look like we had
That's
a
going to
hold.
be a hold.
Brendan
Yeah.
Tormey threw up his hands, knew he got held. And Brendan Tormey causing problems all over the field tonight. Has 2 touchdown passes.
And that should be a penalty as well. You are not supposed to touch that flag.
Yeah, but he picked up the flag.
He picked up the flag and handed it to the referee.
Absolutely.
That is
You're not allowed to do that.
unsportsmanlike conduct. You are not supposed to touch that flag because it's supposed to be marking the spot of the foul.
Yeah, Brendan Tormey threw his hands up like he was the one who got held. I couldn't quite see it on our replay, but the Knights seem to agree. But from a spot of the foul, it might have been a little farther downfield because now it's second down and only 10.
Yes.
Shotgun snap, man in motion, snap comes, quarterback time to throw, sling this one outside, incomplete, off the hands of the receiver.
And that is odd that the DB is looking at the receiver and not the ball.
Yeah, that's one thing you gotta teach him. You have to watch that football.
He's been hit twice with errant passes, and that is not to say he is definitely looking to make that tackle if someone catches that one. But if he was looking at that ball, he would be standing in the end zone right now.
Yeah, that's one of the things you just gotta keep your eyes on that football. And whenever you play man coverage, it's hard. When you play in zone,
It is very hard.
Whenever you play zone coverage, you gotta step back and watch the quarterback the whole time. Your eyes should be on him the entire time. Blitz comes, not able to get there.
Long throw down the
Ball down the
field.
field. It's gonna be 50-50. Yeah, incomplete.
Incomplete.
Great
Absolutely.
coverage that time. Matty Spackman, I believe, the man.
That is Jakyle, I
Or
believe.
Jakyle, I'm sorry. That number 6 and number 4 looks quite similar from this far away.
Yes.
Jakyle Sims had a lot of offensive playing time last week. We'll watch that on the replay real quick. Great job. That's how you keep your eyes on the football right there. You got a great angle at that one. Up in the air and fantastic coverage by Jakyle Sims.
And the Evangel receivers have been coming down with those balls. And so this time, the 50-50 ball goes the Knights' way as Sims bats this one away.
Yeah, Jakyle Sims had a lot of offensive playing time last week. Did a good job against success, but this time tasked with defending, and he's done a good job of it so far. This one kicked down. Takes a
Sideways
nice Evangel bounce and going to end up with this ball just about the 36-yard line. And while we have a moment, both the Knights offense step out on the field, we'll take a quick look at one of our sponsors, Zap Pest Control, your hometown company serving your needs in the river region for termite and pest control. Visit zappestcontrol.com or call 334-244-7778.
These guys know what they're doing, and they will zap your pest control
They
troubles
absolutely will.
away.
Luckily, this time we don't have to deal with them inside the press box, so that's nice to have. I don't know how you're doing up top there, Darryl, but
You're doing just
I'm pretty
great.
comfortable.
Cool breezes and fresh air.
Quarterback, we're going to throw. Leach
Gonna
going to
be a
step up
keeper
now.
now.
Good blocking again downfield by Bradley Baumgartner, but not a lot of room to run for Peyton Leach.
Gets about 2 on that one around the right end. It looks like it was a little bit of a busted play.
Yeah, it looked like it was probably going to be a screen to Matty Spackman again.
It was kind of a high snap, and I think Corey Murphy actually went for the ball because it was in such an odd place.
Yeah. And not even that, but just a high snap can throw off your rhythm, especially when you're trying to hit a timing route like a screen, because as soon as that defense sees what's going on, they're going to blow it up quickly. So good job by Leachek pulling the ball down, taking it
Inside handoff.
This time Murphy bounces one through the middle, runs over a second man, and the sideline was getting ready to explode. They thought he busted that one all the way, but has it up near the first down, third down, and 1 to go for the Knights.
Corey Murphy loses a shoe, but he does his best impression of beast mode and runs over a couple of Evangel players.
Yeah, they had about 5 or 6 on that replay trying to bring him down, but
they had him stopped in the hole at the line of scrimmage, and Corey Murphy just decided he was going to do something else besides
didn't want to go down there.
Exactly.
So that great play by Murphy has the Knights set up a much better
third and
position.
very short now for the Knights.
And the clock running, which is what the Knights want. Leach going to keep it. Has the first down behind the pile. Has a little more. The ball's on the ground. And it looked like Bradley Bumgardner might have been the
Leach
man.
has it again. He did recover his own fumble.
We'll watch that one again on the replay as well, but whew, that is a bullet dodged for the Knights there. Holding that ball just
still
a little
running,
bit loosely.
Closing in on 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Knights don't have a commanding lead, but I will take 12 points over any team.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're up by 1 by the end of the game, then that's all that matters.
Absolutely, that's all the math wizardry we need to have for one night is for us to have more points than them at the end of the game.
And the Knights trying to extend their lead. This time, Wild Knight,
and look at
Corey
that.
Murphy
Nice
going to take it. Has about 5. Sometimes when you get that Wildcat formation, instead of just taking out the timing of the exchange, you just let Corey Murphy run 5 yards out of the backfield.
Absolutely. The other thing about that is you get numbers.
Yep, up top. Absolutely.
You get numbers up top, and that is absolutely what you want to do late in the game when their defense is getting tired. You want to be able to enforce some pressure on them.
Wild Knight again.
They're
Murphy
just
letting this clock run down. Official should hold up his hands when there's 5 seconds left on the play clock. Snap comes. Bumgarner, the man in motion, fakes it to him. Murphy has some room on the outside. Gets around the left. It's a quick race down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. And he goes down on the 5-yard line.
Down at about the 5-yard line.
The ball came out, but the ground did cause that fumble. Great job by Corey Murphy there. We'll watch that one on the replay. Bounces it outside and just nearly able to take that one home. Just got a little bit of a shove. And that does
35 yards on the scamper.
And the Wildcat and the Wild Knight paying dividends for Ezekiel. But now it's crunch time. Inside the 5. And Miles Richardson checking on at running back this time. Likely going to get the Wildcat as well. He does. And this is where you bring your jumbo guys in. Brendan Tolman on the left. I believe we got Peyton Patchell also blocking on the right. And it's Richardson up the right side. Tries to find space. Bounces it outside. And just going to be down to about the 2. Or maybe he went out of bounds a little bit earlier. Got to about the 4-yard line. We can see that one pretty well on the field.
So he's going to get about a yard on the play.
And for the Knights, time ticking away is just as good as yards here.
Because they do wind the clock now. He's telling them to run the clock.
Yeah, because he was forced out of bounds rather than going out willingly. Second and goal for the Knights. Inside the 5. Trying to put this one out of reach here. And a 3-touchdown lead would be huge for Ezekiel. Miles Richardson again, the man to step out there to do it. Played a great game against Success last week. We'll see if he can be the hero again. Bradley Bumgarner, the lone receiver to the left. Peyton Patchell and Brendan Tormey, the 2 tight ends. Patchell set up on that right side. We'll see if that's where they go. And tries to counter around, but no way he's going anywhere. Too many guys in the backfield for Evangel that time, and they blow that one up for a loss. Going to be a 3rd and probably about 7 or 8 now. Clock's still ticking, though, so the Knights will be more than happy about that. So what do you do there if you come down to 4th down? Do you kick a field goal?
I would actually go for it on 4th down and leave Evangel in the shadow of their own end zone.
Never a bad decision.
That is never a bad decision when you're down there. Corey Murphy, beast mode, is in the game now, about to take the Wildcat snap.
Again, Peyton Patchell lined up on that right side. Bradley Bumgarner, the man in motion. It's going to be Murphy on the right. He's got a lane, and it's a touchdown. Nice. Corey Murphy tacks on 6 more for Ezekiel, and they could be well on their way to hosting another state championship.
And that was an awesome play. Just enough distraction. Bradley Baumgartner actually made that one happen because he came across and he brought the safety with him.
And every single play that's been successful for them, they have used that pre-snap motion.
Absolutely.
Two
when you got
that
a guy
they
who's
used that were
fast,
unsuccessful. They didn't go for anything when Bradley Baumgartner wasn't in motion. But the 2 times they sent him in motion was that big run for Corey Murphy that set him up inside of the 5, and then on the touchdown run for the big number 7.
And the math is looking a whole lot better now.
Absolutely. Knights were in a little bit of trouble after Evangel went out there, scored on their opening drive, and then took the ball away on the kickoff. But the Knights defense able to make a couple of stands. We'll see the early motion from Bradley Bumgarner cutting across, drawing not only the safety but also eyes of the rest of the defense. And once you create that little bit of hesitation, that goes to the end zone. When you give it to a guy like Corey Murphy, he can always make it happen.
A little celebration there at the end.
And the Knights on the verge of what I would classify as a pretty big upset, looking to beat the Evangel Lightning for only the 2nd time in their history. Of course, last year was the first time. And
the Knights have the formula. You've got to score 40 points to beat these
absolutely.
guys.
That's what me and you, Daryl, said. At halftime, 40 is the magic number.
And that was good
great kick.
It's a great kick. It's going to be picked up.
And it will be fielded. Good block up the field. A second good block is a race down the sideline. And he's eventually going to be stopped. Great job by Peyton Patchell.
Touchdown.
Well, that would have swung the momentum right there. But Evangel lining up with great field position here with 4:39 to go. They're not out of this game yet. A good block there. We saw freed up the space down that right-hand sideline. And again, with 8-man football, that field is so much more open on special teams. A lot more room to run. And Evangel probably going to go to the end zone here, I imagine. We've seen him with a couple of quick strikes before. Number 15 on the near side has been their danger man, but an injury in the second quarter has silenced him a little bit. Let's see what they do. Able to roll outside, fakes it once, now going to shoot to the end zone. Oh, tackle away. Gosh, great Elijah Ward, the senior. We said he has grown into this game and grown into this team, and that is a fantastic play. That was a touchdown had he not been able to get up high enough.
Shortest man on the field gets tall.
Well, that's why you set him out there at DB, covering the most dangerous man on the field for Evangel. Able to get his head around and get a hand on that on the replay. Missed out a little bit on the camera angle, but what a play by the senior, Elijah Ward. 2nd down and 10. Snap, pressure comes, screen pass underneath. Has some room to run on the outside, able to get around the edge. No, the ball's there.
Yes.
And that's going to be a touchdown, Evangel. Surprised we didn't see any laundry on that one, but Evangel Lightning right back into this one. 2 plays has them 6 points.
That very much should have been a block in the back on that one. Let's see if we can
We'll watch it
see
again on the replay. That's the hard thing with the screen is if your guy goes the way you don't expect him to, if your own guy goes the way you don't expect him to, you got to go out and block for him. And I feel like there should have been a hold in there somewhere, but we'll watch it on the replay after this extra point.
Knights by 13. Evangel going for 2 to make this a 2-score game.
And it's going to be a snap. Quarterback rolling out to the right. Has time to throw. Now going to sling this one. And that's a great catch. Good job getting that toe down. And we always say you cannot count them out.
Count these guys out. 11 points now. Ezekiel lead.
We'll watch that replay again on that screen pass. They've been dangerous with the screen so far in this game. Pressure comes immediately. We'll see the catch, and right there, I feel like that one was a hold, no doubt. Once you tackle a defender, that should have been a holding flag. But the Knights tasked with it, 2-possession game. I mean, for the Knights, you go out there, I imagine you keep the ball on the ground.
Absolutely. And they've been specializing in the Wildcat for the last 4 or 5 plays. I think they may need to do some more of that. And we do have to be careful for some trickery here.
Yeah, you have to watch the onside kick here.
What we also have to watch for is offsides. None of these players are lined up for it. And it looks like they are ready to try something.
And the onside kick does come. The Knights able to pick it up.
They pick it up 9 yards, and that is an excellent play.
Great hands play. Because if you're going to touch that one before it goes 10 yards, once you touch it, it's a live ball.
Yes.
Yeah, that's some great hands, and that's not even really a hands team guy. I couldn't even see who picked it up, but that's huge for the Knights.
One hop, great catch, 74.
That I believe that was Christian Hester. We see him on the basketball court quite a lot, but this time making it happen out there on the field. A handoff up the middle.
Murphy gets a couple there, grinds through.
I'm surprised they don't go back to the Wildcat there. We saw a missed exchange earlier in this quarter that saw a turnover.
And clock is winding down now, under 4 minutes.
Yeah, for the Knights, you just want that thing to run. I doubt you even put the ball in the air here. Bumgarner and Spackman, the two to the near side. Leach waiting for... Looks like Bumgarner's going to go in motion more than likely. And still waiting for that play clock to go, and it's just going to be a snap handoff. Murphy bounces outside left side, has a blocker down the field, runs through it, man, and has more than enough for the first down. Has the Knights well inside the 30. Great play by Corey Murphy, just bouncing this one outside. Usually we'll see him go up the middle, and the middle was definitely clogged, but able to get this one inside of the 30, and even better news for the Knights, that clock ticks down to about 3 minutes to go.
And the Lightning are probably need to be thinking about calling timeouts now.
Yeah, I believe they have all 3 of them. Knights, I believe, have 2. After they called the timeout on that kickoff earlier when they didn't have enough men on the field. But Knights on the verge of what will be a big upset. And it looks like one of the coaches are holding their hands up for the play clock. Usually the officials should do that for you, but
they are not doing that.
They're not doing it. Usually the back judge should hold up his hand when there's 5 seconds to go. But looks like Knights getting a little creative with one of the coaches holding his hands up, counting down for 10 seconds. That's a little bit odd. Usually the quarterback just watches the back judge, and as soon as he raises his hand, you snap that football. But not entirely sure why they're not doing it.
Second down and 9.
2 minutes to go. Knights trying to grind that will be a huge win. A first down here will go a long way in securing this win. That first down sitting right about on the 16. Going to let that play clock run. Leach is the man in the backfield along with Corey Murphy, Bradley Bumgarner, Matty Spackman line up to the near side. And that one goes backwards. The ball's on the ground. We'll see who comes up with it. And that was a scary one. Looks like hard to see who came up with it, but that ball pops free from Corey Murphy's grasp.
Clock should still be running. I don't know why they're stopping the clock. Minute and 40 seconds. The clock is... Oh, we have an injured man on the field. That's what's happening.
Hard to see who came up with that. I thought Corey Murphy fell on his own ball, but might have been someone else. We did have an injured man on the field, but everyone seems to be back up.
A few seconds, everyone got up and moved off, and apparently someone has called the timeout. We're not exactly sure.
I imagine it would have to be Evangel. You would suspect.
If I were Ezekiel, I would not call a timeout, but they may have had something.
Maybe needed to talk something over for this third down if they did. but I believe I saw the official motion Evangel play.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 14 now.
Yeah, I saw the official motion, both of his hands in the direction of Evangel.
Minute and 40 seconds left, and if the Knights can get a first down here on these next couple of plays, I think this one will be in the books. Corey Murphy stands by himself in the Knights' backfield.
The Wild Knight lineup. We'll see if Bumgarner goes in motion. That seems to have been good luck for him. He does. Fakes the handoff. Murphy trying to bounce it out to the right. Not a lot of room to run, and eventually drag down. And the whistle blows dead.
They are making their best effort to strip the ball, and clock should still be running.
Still be running. That's twice.
Timeout now.
Yeah, I believe Evangel called a timeout. I believe they blew the play dead before the ball even came out, so that wasn't really a concern whether he went down or not. They said he was down by forward progress. And these last minute and a half seems to be eking away.
Well, this is going to be a 4th down, and the Knights probably have a couple of things that they might be able to do. Maybe a pooch punt or something like that. I might try something like that in lieu of just, running another play and letting the Evangel offense take over.
Yeah, the Knights up by 11. We'll see what they draw up here. Might just go for it here on 4th down. I mean, if you throw
the standard offense is on the field.
If you throw a bomb and it's intercepted near the 10, and Leach is also a punter. We might see a pooch punt here. We'll see what they draw up. Don't want to throw an incomplete pass here, though. Well, otherwise the clock would stop. He's going to throw it. He's going to go deep. Has Matty Spackman. And he's got it.
Catches it.
And he's out of bounds at the 1.
Oh, wow.
That is a great play. And the Knights with a first down and goal. A lot of contact there between both parties, but Matty Spackman comes up with an excellent catch and what might be the most important one of the lot.
And that very much should have been pass interference there, as there was a lot of manhandling down there, but the clock is running with 1 minute and 12 seconds left. I think it is absolutely running.
And I think the Knights, I want to say they need 12 to host, a 12-point win, I want to say, to host the state championship game. And right now they're up by 11. A touchdown here or a field goal will go a long way.
They're letting it run down here.
And timeout. Knights.
Timeout called by the Knights.
Maybe they want to discuss that and let everybody know we maybe need one more score here.
But I am excited for Ezekiel football.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of seniors out there on the field for the Knights, and you know that they wanted this one after winning against Evangel for the first time last year and then winning the state championship. You felt like the season maybe a little bit on the ropes after the Freedom loss, and then they lost to Lighthouse as well, but
they also went and lost to this Lightning team in the national championship tournament up in Panama City.
And they're discussing about there being 1 minute and 40 seconds left on that clock because he went out of bounds, and they're going to put 1 minute and 40 seconds on this clock.
So the Knights do need to score.
That is a lot of time.
Hunter Wilson is out on the field.
That is a lot. They didn't even snap that ball with 1 minute 40 seconds, I don't believe.
Yes, they did. He was out of bounds at 1 minute and 40 seconds. I was kind of looking towards the clock.
Maybe a random. He definitely was out of bounds, so the clock should have stopped. But we'll see what they discuss here, and I'm sure we'll get an answer soon. But overall, Daryl, I would say for the Knights, it's been about as good as it can get. And if they're able to get this one into the end zone,
the point is moot. It doesn't matter how much time is left on the clock. Inside handoff
up the middle, Murphy, and the ball is free.
But they do land on it.
That's a third fumble for the Knights.
Clock should still be running. Flag comes up. And that's another flag. I guess we're not sure what happened down there in the pile.
Very late coming in. That flag does stop the clock
Personal foul
momentarily.
against the
And a
Knights.
personal foul against Ezekiel. That was unsportsmanlike conduct. And we'll watch that one on the replay. A lot of unsportsmanlike conducts going against the Knights. I didn't see it again. But I don't know. It's hard to see. I can't quite see it. Second down and goal from the 22 now.
And that flag came in very late.
It came in after the ball was snapped.
After the play was blown dead. So they actually have the clock running now.
It was right in the middle of the pile, and it was a fumble. So after the penalty is assessed, the clock should run.
Right.
But it should be second down, not third.
It definitely should be second down.
Unless they called it a dead ball foul or an after the play foul. But it definitely should still be second down, I believe.
I think they are saying that it was after the play.
Snap, handoff, up the middle.
Corey Murphy goes
Falls
again.
forward for a few, gets him probably just inside the 20.
Clock is still running. I don't think Evangel can stop. Well, they did stop.
And Evangel call a timeout. I don't know if that's their second or third. I believe that's only their second.
I believe that's their last.
Is that their third? Okay. It's so hard whenever the officials, you don't quite get the
signals
clear
right.
signal. Yeah.
But I believe that is their last timeout.
And Hunter Wilson's out there on the field talking to the referees.
Probably trying to make some sense out of the personal foul.
Yeah, that's the third one we've seen in unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's not even the third one we've seen this game. That's the third one we've seen all year. That's the only time I've ever seen the Knights get called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Usually they acquit themselves fairly well. Now, if you're the Knights, you've got a field goal kicker out there. Do you kick a field goal and try and go up by more than 12, or do you put it in the hands of your offense that's been very good?
Too much possibility for a blocked field goal and a touchdown.
I think I
put it in Peyton Leach's hands or in Corey Murphy's hands.
Do you throw a 50-50 ball to Brendan Tormey?
Or possibly that.
You got him lined up at the tight end on that left side.
On the edge.
You got him on the left side, tight end, and it's going to be a sack. Not able to get away from the pressure, and that's going to be a turnover on down with about 34 seconds to go. And that's probably going to put a stop to the Knights hosting the state championship game.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Evangel.
And that's going to be disappointing not to score there, but if you can hold out for 34 more seconds, you have logged your second win against the Evangel Lightning in school history. And if you're Evangel now, what do you do? Do you keep the ball on the ground? Because you don't really want to risk a turnover here.
I believe they're going to throw it up in the air and take their chances.
We'll see what they do.
Well,
that's a handoff up the middle and goes nowhere.
Not a good idea.
And I don't think they have any way to stop the clock.
And they cannot stop the clock, so they have to get on it pretty quick.
And this is going to be a massive win for Ezekiel Knights.
And they're just letting this one run out. I believe they know that, and they're lining up on the other side of the field.
And the Knights going to come off winners. They beat the Evangel Lightning, a final score of 30-41. A great effort by Ezekiel Academy, beating the Lightning 2 times now in the regular season in back-to-back years. A great job by Hunter Wilson and company to go out there and get a huge win against the Lightning.
And this is actually wonderful. This underachieving Knights team that lost a couple of games that they really should have been in against Freedom Cowboys and against Lighthouse, they come in here and they stun the defending national champions.
And the Knights, like you said, a little bit underachieving. Had a tough game against Freedom Cowboys. early in the year, and then a loss to Lighthouse had them on the ropes. But when you get it done on the big stage against the Lightning, I mean, now is the time to show up, and the Knights showed up. A fantastic performance by Ezekiel Academy, going out there to get that win.
And several candidates for player of the game, but if I had to pick one, he's the tallest guy out there. Brendan Tormey really put on a clinic.
Had
in
a
the
fantastic
first half.
game. Had two first half touchdowns and an interception.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your attention, please.
But also,
At this
Matty
time,
Spackman.
based on law enforcement direction, no one is able to leave the stadium until further notice. Please remain in the stadium until further notice.
They've got a bit of an
Little
alarming
bit of a-
announcement with no context, but
Emergency here, so I guess we're just going to have to stay in and celebrate for right now.
but like we were talking about, like you said, Brendan Tormey had a fantastic performance tonight. Also, you got to put his name up there. Matty Spackman had an excellent game, an early touchdown, and then the one that pretty much sealed it down this near sideline. The only score for the Knights in the second half. But I'll have to say the big man, Brendan Tormey, is probably going to take this one after having that interception.
Honorable mention to Corey Murphy. He did wonderful. He had a couple of fumbles this game, which maybe gets him out of player of the game notice, but with an imposing tailback who can handle the ball, who acquits himself well, and can run over some people when he has to. That was great. I also saw Peyton Paschal, who plays great every game. He's
Every game, yeah.
got a motor.
As
He's
well
always
as-
out there.
As well as maybe not 100% Miles Richardson.
Miles Richardson was out there. Isaiah Zorn had a great game.
Yeah,
These seniors played their hearts out. The play of the game, though, I believe,
Has
was
to be
Elijah
Ward.
Ward
Absolutely. I agree
playing
with that
like a
100%.
7-foot tall, center, and he just tapped that one away at the goal line.
I don't
It was
even think Brendan
amazing.
Tormey would have caught that ball had Elijah Ward been down there.
Exactly.
An
So if
excellent play. Like you said, play of the game. That would have brought the Lightning back within, I believe, one score. And
And if you have to pick a time where you don't have wings and you can fly, you need to do it when he did it. Elijah Ward gets my
And
play of the game.
it's not exactly easy to go up there and stretch yourself out when you know you're going to come down pretty hard on the ground. But
Absolutely. He
Did a
gave
great
up his
job.
body to do that, and that was, that takes all kinds of courage.
And with all these seniors out there, you know they wanted to go out there and win this game. We do have a game. We don't have one this upcoming week, but 2 weeks from now, same time, same place, 7 o'clock, the Ezekiel Knights will be in action again. Go ahead and check this game out on YouTube if you want to. The whole game will be up there in a little bit better quality tomorrow, I believe. You can maybe flip that on while you're watching some good college football games. We do got a good lineup this week of college football games as well. But that was about as good of a game as you're going to watch for the rest of the year. The Ezekiel Academy Knights go out there and beat the Evangel Lightning 41-30. You got any last thoughts, Daryl?
I think that we should go home while we can. I know we're going to be stuck in the stadium here for a minute, but I think the Knights were able to come up with a win here, and not unexpected by those of us who are around, but this team has been up and down this year, and this is about as up as you can get. These guys went out and played their hearts out. They overcame adversity. They did what they had to do to win this game and put themselves in championship contention.
Yep.
We're going to have to see how this rolls out, but you can't ask for anything more. These seniors played their hearts out. It was a great experience. It's good to be a Knight.
Yeah, because Evangel beat both Freedom and Lighthouse, I believe, but now Ezekiel having the win over Evangel. It's such a weird system you can kind of try and follow as best you can, but it's we're just going to have to see how it shakes down in the next coming weeks. I'm sure we'll talk to Coach Hunter and see what the officials say is. But either way, for the Knights, tonight is a celebration night as they come away the winners 30-41. Ezekiel Academy beating the Lightning. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. I do want to say a thank you to obviously Daryl Spears, my co-commentator, to Brock Bumgarner on camera, as well as Travis Hill, Daniel Armstrong keeping stats. Mark Bucksbaum helped out with spotting, I believe, as well. And, of course, Earl Bumgarner, who pulls all of the strings here behind the scenes.
And the golden voice of Ben Baumgartner. I can't wait until you get on the karaoke mic and sing your heart out. I'm just waiting.
Maybe after a win like tonight, I might just have to. Maybe we can go sing "We Are the Champions" together.
Absolutely. I'll do that with you.
That's
as long as there's
good.
pizza involved.
Absolutely. And with that, we will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Like I said, we'll be back here same time, same place in 2 weeks for the Ezekiel Academy Knights will take the field yet again. But until then, good night.